we good now. We Gucci. This stuff. Damn. There's all type of stuff going on. Ain't screaming at me and everything. Dang, chill. Alright, y'all. Let's get it. Boy was screaming at me and everything. Like, chill. I know. It took me a minute to come back. I had to refresh the box. Stop screaming. Dang, like I ain't had nothing. Alright, man. We back with it. Peter Griffin playing Peter Griffin. Pizza. Man, that light was so bright I couldn't tell you, know? Man, that light was so bright. Hope we know that's on time now. What the did that just say power save? See if you can join the panel. Let me try that out. Let me see something real quick. I forgot that was the main reason me spoke. Wow. I think something up today on TikTok. Matter of fact, let me see if I can request myself up. Let me see. Let me put this FYP first. What is up with TikTok today? Why they not letting me get it? I gotta send up. That's crazy. Say error. Oh, now it's letting you up. Now there you go. I had to break the code. I guess I had to lead the way. It say you was in there for a minute. Now I tell you not. Try it again. Let me see. Let me take myself out though real quick. Let me boot myself up out of here real quick. Is it letting you up? Anybody? It let my backup up, but I had to send a request to myself. I was on the panel today, so I don't think it's my phone. Yeah, I don't think so. It's just probably it might be my room too. Cause it would have let me up, but I had to send a request to myself. I had to send it to me. I don't know what's up. You know what? Let me see. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take that request from followers only. Ain't gonna force nobody to follow me. Okay, it's letting somebody up. I'll let them do that. Let's see. Yeah, this thing weird. See, it just let me. I gotta send the request. If I send the request, because it don't show it when I go in the box. It just say go live together. I don't know. Thing tripping. Thing tripping. Yeah, that's what it's doing on my stuff.
Ugh.
That's
Only
all
took
I
one
see.
time. My phone feel like acting like a phone tonight and actually working.
Yeah, it's tweaking. They let mirror up with no problem. What the heck? My stuff is still low. No more backup.
What's good?
You.
And your boy out here in these streets, so don't be surprised he pop up in there.
Was that?
He, Charles, he just got ran out of mahogany room.
Oh my.
Who that
Hold
was,
on.
man?
Let's.
Man, it is a war zone out here. I went up in T Tower with the Tide room and just said my little spiel, and boy, they came for me. I'm like, what the?
Man,
Wow.
everywhere, man. You be
What's good?
but everywhere.
What's good, conscious?
What's poppin', brother?
Hey, just breathing.
Hmm.
That's all you do on TikTok. You every time I come
Man,
on, mirror check on somebody live.
That boy trying to make his name around here, boy.
hey, I just be checking out what's going on.
He preaching too, man. He leaving and leaving a mark.
Hey,
Oh,
you started it.
hey, sure, lady. The
Like I
same way
told you
you is.
yesterday, thank you for your teaching. My bad, conscious. What you say?
I was saying the same way you is over here. That's how you be over there. So same way. He just more chill over here.
Yeah, it's more relaxed over here.
Not today.
Uh-oh.
It's
Yeah, let me look
controversial
up here
day
right
now.
quick.
You see. And
Let's
if it
go.
don't work
Uh,
today, I'm doing the same topic tomorrow.
it
Man,
might
see,
just
I
be a
got
petty
it.
one.
I
I
done
don't
been
know.
on both sides. I'm a product of a stepfather and was almost a stepfather a couple times. I don't know about it. I got mixed feelings about it.
Hmm.
But I'll save it. I'll go later. I'll wait till it get
I
good before I open up.
I'm gonna be on the toxic side tonight. So I'm gonna just put right now be on the toxic side. So whichever way the toxic side be, that's the side I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna argue with that side just cause I want to be petty.
So just cause.
Hey, conscious.
Say you about to make
What
a
the
You
me a
know
fuck?
headache real quick.
Oh
you know the
yeah.
word for the day, right?
Wait.
Uh oh.
You don't know the word for the day?
Oh man. I'm
It's the
scared.
opposite of an empath,
No. Nobody's supposed to know that right
and it starts with
now.
the
That's
letter N.
Oh.
nonsense. That's what it's that's the
You close.
word.
Come on, come on. Hey, if you type it in the
Martin.
comments,
Negative. Negative.
ah, he said
Who said it? Ah.
it. Conscious.
Who does it? He said it all.
Because I'm a
Should
narcissist.
have been
Worst
negative.
enemy because I'm a
Ah,
All right. Oh shoot. Oh no, where's
yeah, bro.
Jen at?
Now let me share.
Did I send it to everybody? Let me see. I know I
Yeah, I'm
refreshed
about to
it.
share it now.
That's okay. But you got about like a half hour in this thing, huh? See something real quick. They letting Monia. Oh, they done dropped her. Oh man, they don't like her today. They said not today. Not today. Yeah, man, these stepfathers need to get more recognition, man. Ain't nobody deserve a stepfather. You
Hey,
know.
hey, I just call it, man. Between when you get tired of getting stuff used against you, if you actually get wisdom and gain wisdom, you learn what it is and how people use things against you. Like I said, that's how I learned the word of God. It's like you gonna keep using it. Let me study this, because I don't believe that's what it say. And when I got to reading it and looking at it, I'm like, how'd you get that out of that? I'm like, that's some bull.
Right.
What that say?
Like, what
I don't care
the?
what interpretation you try to make out of it. That ain't what that say.
Hmm.
And then to start understanding, to look up the meaning of words and then break down words. Like looking, understanding like gratitude and not realizing that a part of gratitude is appreciation. And you always have, especially women, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm grateful. No, you not. You selfish. You completely the opposite of grateful.
Your self is overtaking your grave. You only grateful when it's the time when you get something. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be grateful
Exactly.
when you don't.
But is that truly
You supposed to be
gratefulness?
right. No, 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 it's not. That's like it ain't real love until somebody tell you. You want to wait till somebody tell you they love you, and then now you love them. You know what I'm saying? That ain't real. That's just exchange. That's all that is.
Don't come up here starting nothing, Money.
I'm about to
Uh oh,
real quick before
watch out.
I'm out.
Hmm?
I said I want to answer the questions real quick before.
What you got? Go ahead and rub it on up real quick. Go ahead and rub it on up real. Uh oh, she didn't answer the phone or something. I heard my voice twice. That's how I sound. I don't even know that's how I sound.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Y'all can hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So the first question, I honestly do not believe there is any benefit for a
Mm.
man to be with a woman if he does not have, or if
Oh,
she
I
has.
see what she did. She trying to be slick so she don't say that in front of a bunch of people and get them mad.
No, 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 no.
It's like, no, I'm
I'm
talking
not
to.
going to take my son out to eat. I promise you.
A hit and
But
run.
it's
Mm.
something out of here. So I wanted to specify that real quick. And then the second one, I feel like women, honestly, um, they don't want a man to be a real father. I just think it's like the idea of having a man is why they want to
Mm.
have one, but they really don't want them to really be a parent to the child. Um, and then number three, why do women treat stepfathers the same? As like I said, she just likes the idea. She wants his money. My man did this for so and so. Ooh, girl, look at him buying my baby shoes.
Mm.
But they don't really want that man to want him. It's just a facade, just something to say.
Mm.
Um, a man that can love you and your children should be uplifted. Absolutely. Because one, he doesn't have to. He's doing something that he wants to do. So I
Mm.
feel like when you have somebody like that in your life, you should appreciate them, love them, uplift them, and kiss the ground they walk on. That's just me though. With that being said, I'll listen. I gotta
Don't
drop.
say that. Don't say that. You're gonna get turned to a pick me. Stop it.
Hey, and somebody else like they call me a pick me. I'm like, what the heck is a pick me? Like, I really don't know the TikTok terms. I only been on here literally for 2 months. I don't know. But
This is
fuck
my
it.
definition of a pick me. I look at a girl and on her chest she say pick me, so I'm going to pick her because she's different.
Boy, you need to pick a new mic. What is going
Yeah,
on?
because I didn't hear anything you
Ah,
said.
no.
What the
Go ahead.
heck?
All right,
That jump
is that better?
popping.
That's better. That
I
better?
Yeah, a little
think
Nope.
bit.
so. Yeah.
But I'm gonna go ahead and drop like I said. I'm about to start driving.
All right, bro. You always got something with your stuff. What the heck? It said pick this mic. That joke was funny.
Here we go again. So she got in and out.
All right, what about now? My chip, my chip,
You
my
should
chip.
be
All right,
good.
so
You should be good.
now I'm moving around right now. It's like a pick me is
Can
pretty
you hear me
much
now? Can you hear me now?
I look. Shut up. Until how long I had this mic, bro? Because I was walking back home and I got on live saying, "Hey, I got me some new headphones." It ain't even been like over 2 months yet, huh?
Oh
No,
wow.
yeah, I know. But like I looked in the crowd of women and I'm trying to pick one. Oh, hey, a pick me. Come here, pick me. I pick you. Pikachu, I choose you. Because she's different. She's, she stand out from the crowd. And don't everybody want to be
Facts.
be the one that stand out? Boom, pick me.
Pick me. Right.
It's a positive for
Even
everything, Kev.
these,
You know that.
even these 3-off pauses pick me. They still try to get picked. That's why they showing their booty cheeks and stuff to get picked.
They the ultimate pick me's. Hey,
They the
they are
ultimates,
living in
right?
the energy of pick me.
Yeah. Everybody
They
approve
are
me to
emoting
some
pick me.
extent. Mm-hmm.
Pick moment.
Hmm.
That's what gets you
What
in
is
trouble.
so?
Doggone moment.
And before people get in here, this is my disclaimer to y'all too. Tonight, I'm being petty as hell. Okay?
Tell me something new. Tell me
Like,
something
Hey,
new.
well, you already know what I'm gonna do.
how normally I
What
go
the?
against the toxicity? No,
We
tonight
out
I'm
here
being
too.
toxic. I'm being toxic. I mean toxic. Why? Because I'm bored.
Well, you know me. I'm just gonna be me.
Nah,
That's all I know how to do. That's all I know how
it's
to
just
be.
right. But like shit, with me, it's like it's just been a while since I actually argued from the other side. I gotta practice because I've been on one side too long. The even side, I gotta pick a side for the night.
Mm.
I got because I've been losing some not debates, but I've been losing conversations because I be forgetting what the other
Oh,
side
you
gonna say.
just gotta let some energy out of
Do
something
do
today,
you
huh?
feel, hey, conscious?
Something like that.
Do you feel like you
Huh?
deserve to win those conversations?
No, no,
He said he
no,
entitled around here.
no, no. It ain't that. It's just
I'm gonna
like
win today some way.
I gotta put my mind back in on the other side of the spectrum in order to be prepared for any type of argument that do come.
Yeah,
Mm.
It's like I don't like being unprepared. Pretty much, I'd rather know what
yeah.
my enemy doing, so I
Nah,
can
but
battle my strategy. Oh, I know
yeah,
one thing.
dog.
I'm not getting paid to win no argument on TikTok. I don't want to win that on TikTok because
Mm.
what's that gonna do for me at the end of the day? Hey man, I won that argument on TikTok. Nigga, so you don't care. You feel me?
And then what?
I have no
Then what
clue.
happened?
Get a trophy, a TikTok trophy.
Yep. And
The
look,
TikTok
guess what it
argument
is?
winner of the
A pat
year
on the back.
is.
Pat on the
No, but
back,
look,
right?
it's not real. They go send it to your phone screen. Hey, here's your trophy. Then it disappears. Got a
Right.
screenshot it.
Like GameStop. Like
No. You know what's
right.
gonna happen?
Where's
I'm
that
telling you what's
GameStop
gonna
though?
happen. Listen,
What?
listen. This is what's gonna happen. They're gonna have a TikTok camera crew come to your house, and they're gonna have Will Smith come and smack you.
Yeah,
Hey,
Molly. I'm trying to be
hey,
like you when I
hey.
grow up with
That's
these.
gonna be the topic
I
on
felt I
TikTok. So
felt a
why
little
did no?
controversial today.
Was he messing? Hey, was consciousness messing with Jada? Hell no. That's gonna be the topic for TikTok.
So why you got
Who is?
smacked?
Yeah, I'm a little controversial today, like you, Molly. I know you always be with the controversial stuff. It's my turn now. Moo. But then
This little
again, at the
Kev
end of the
doing
day,
too
you know
much.
what I'm saying? I'm trying to open some eyes
Hey,
up. So
Oh.
don't be setting me up for no
This
alley oops
man
because you
says
know I can't help
stepfathers
but to
are the
dunk them.
real prize.
you got to
Oh.
dunk 'em, man.
Uh,
And I got the right
you
crew
know
up
I
in
can't
here.
help it.
Got the right
Stepfathers.
crew up in here.
This about to.
Hey, don't be
Hmm.
hey, don't be feeling like that you deserve this.
What are the
Deserve this, man. I
benefits of
deserve
stepfather?
After all this
Uh,
time I put in, I
the,
deserve it.
this a woman. Hey,
Yeah, but
what's
that's
the
how they be,
benefits of a
man.
stepfather?
That's what I started to realize that I hear all the time. I deserve a good man. I deserve a good man. I'm like,
Right.
why do you
Are you a
you
good
just
woman?
you just told me, and they'll turn around and tell you don't nobody deserve nothing, but I deserve. Wait, didn't you just say don't
Right.
nobody deserve nothing?
Like, you know,
I,
this on my last couple
I'm
hours ago.
confused.
Hey,
Mm.
look. I didn't came to figure it out. Women, they don't want equality. They want things to just be like things to just be made easier for them, but they don't want equality though.
No, they don't. Not really. Not really. Nah.
Kev, question: how the hell can you be a stepfather if she has no kids?
Wait, what?
I'm just being petty tail. I'm being petty tail.
What the heck?
The
He
first
ain't about to
question,
hurt
but
my head.
hey, I gotta rock with you bad, bro. I gotta fuck with you. If a
Why do
stepfather
that,
can't
man?
discipline the kids, what is he? Oh Lord,
Conscious,
why is he pick a
conscious,
man? What up?
conscious.
Mm.
Stay out of the dispensaries. Stick to alcohol.
No,
Something going on, bro.
why pick
My
a
boy done
man
got
if
him
he
a
don't
nice fat
have
one today. He said,
a?
I'm feeling it. I'm about to give headaches. My
Wait,
head hurting right now. So let me
I'm
go ahead
crossing
and
the
hurt
earth
some
with
other
tonight.
head.
And why pick a man you don't have it? Oh,
why
okay, boom.
why does
Yes,
this
yes, yes. Yep. I came prepared. I come prepared and I do it in a matter of seconds with these questions, man. They don't just be rolling off the
Why?
top of my head for real.
Hey, why do we treat stepfathers the same
Add
as
something to the conversation, Kev, please.
Say, what'd you say?
May I
I like
please
how
ask?
she got that innocent voice though. No, nurse, she be toxic in the
I
mother.
swear?
I like that.
Hey, uh,
But what you say?
if you were finna ask, explain that third question. Why do women treat stepfathers the same as it supposed to be his job? Like with to raise the kids, like like the heads or something, or you coming at it from like the different point of view.
Oh, with
hey,
that one, with
yeah.
that one, huh? Oh no, with that one, it's just they basically like make it seem like it's supposed to be their job. I feel like a lot of women, uh, they just got that. It come with that entitlement stuff. Like real talk, when I talk about that entitlement stuff and that deserving and all that stuff, that's really today's problem with a lot of people. Everybody feel like they deserve this and that, and they're better.
Don't be
All right,
trying to take my thunder. Don't be trying
all
to
right.
take my thunder.
So look,
That's my
That's
so
question.
real
so
talk
pretty
though, for
much
real.
with that
They
one, don't
really
look too
feel that
deep in
way.
it. All right. So pretty much, I ain't
That's
gonna look too deep
literally
into
like
it.
my third thing. I mean, my fourth thing. I'm
A
gonna
man that
be
loves
talking about in
you
this room all the
like
time is
this
entitlement mentality.
should be uplifted and irregular.
Right. So can I add something? I'll talk a
What
little louder.
what you got?
Alright. Alright. So I could speak on this because I'm a single mother. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm a single mother, right? And I was literally just talking about this in my live a couple hours ago, but
Ooh.
I was like, well, me as a single mother, I cannot expect a man without kids to give me a chance. I don't expect him to. Like, I can't ask him to. You know what I mean? I feel like I don't deserve that. I think at
Mm,
the end of the day, I think that's something to be earned. And I think,
mm.
if I earn it, of course, then if I get the chance, I get the chance. Um, with me
Hey,
already saying that, um, I never really realized that until recently that I feel like at the end of the day, nobody deserves anything. It's like respect. Nobody deserves it until you earn it, right?
That's-
And he said, oh, sorry, my bad, Mir. Go ahead.
no, you okay? I'm talking about the I've been using deserve all day today. So you all right? Keep going. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you like that.
No, you good. But like I was saying, like there was another single mother in there, and she was like, "Nah, I deserve love. I deserve this. I deserve a good man." And yes, those are your standards, right? Your standards are a good man. And then another woman was like, "No, you just must have low standards, Molly." Like, and I was like, "No, they're not low standards. I just know reality. No man." I don't deserve a man that doesn't have children whatsoever. I don't deserve that. And I understand that a lot of men don't they look at single mothers like, oh, it's going to be problematic, like, the baby daddy problems. And I understand that. But at the same time, I know if I want a man without kids, I know that I'm going to have to work a little harder or way harder to get that man's attention or love or whatever so that he looks at me and says, okay, you earned it. You deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
A lot of
That's
sense, for sure, for sure. But don't be a pig me though, because you're gonna get people mad. So
like I can say this to get like a single father
Leave
if you
young
got a
people
kid,
alone. Be a
like
pygmy.
your kid gotta be over a certain age because like now the kid can be more independent and you can give him more time. You know what I'm saying?
like, I
This is- Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, oh, I was saying, like in order for a mom who want a single father, like the kid have to be over a certain age, like at the independent age, like to where like the child don't really need to be looked at by mom 24/7. You get what I'm saying? Like I want to say around like 10, 11, 12 at that age.
Okay. So you're kind of saying that a single mother or a single father shouldn't start dating until their kids get to a certain age where they can.
No, no, I'm saying it'll be easier for a single parent to get somebody who don't got kids after that age
Do you think?
because yeah, because they don't have to get their kids as much as attention as they do in the younger years. You know.
But you do.
Hmm?
You do though. Do you have kids by any chance?
I got four.
Okay. I guess it's a little different between a man and a woman, how we parent and how we do certain things for our kids, right? But so I have a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old. And what I is at the end of the day, from 0 to 5, you teach discipline, right? So, because that's when they learn the most. So you get them to respect you at that age, right? And then from 5 to, you said what, Mira? I'm sorry.
Arguments here. I'm agreeing with you.
Okay. So from like 5 to 12, that's when you are teaching, right? You're teaching. And then from 12 to 18, you're coaching,
Mm, nice.
right? So at all times, you're still giving them the attention and love that these kids still need. Because no matter how old you are, I don't know how old you are, but I'm 24 and
Come up.
I still
I'm
need my
30.
mom, right? I still need my mama. When I have like somebody cut me off on the road, I call my mama and mama, I just cuss this person out. Like this person just cut me off. Like your kids are always gonna need you, and you're always gonna be there for your kids. It's not you just because they're more independent without you at 10. Oh, they can cook their own food or whatever, do certain things. That doesn't mean that they're still not gonna need you in their presence. Does that make sense?
Damn, damn, you
Yeah.
just assumed what the hell I was talking about, but it wasn't even that though. What I mean by independent is
But
they finding
hold
their
up, real
own
quick.
self.
Don't be cussing people out because they cut you off. People crazy nowadays. It ain't even worth it.
Right.
It's just a moment. Let
And
it
think
go.
about it. You you probably cut somebody off and you didn't even realize it. Imagine how they reacted. And you probably didn't even do it on purpose.
My bad, conscious. You got the flow. I'll
Nah,
roll up next.
you good, brother.
Actually,
Oh, and
now I'll go after
look,
mistake.
I'm glad you brought that up though. Marty, at that point right there, grow the hell up. Shit. Hold on. But basically it's like what I mean by independent, whenever the teenagers and they not looking for mama and daddy no more, like you said, you are coaching them. A coach watch from the sidelines. See, now on the court playing with them.
And my bad, Mark the GOAT. You done, conscious? Mark the GOAT, you have the floor, sir.
Good fam, how y'all feeling?
What up, my brother?
Everybody
All
Hey,
good.
good.
interesting topic. I love when you be up here, bro. You be giving that different type of insight that people don't even think about. I
Oh
was
yeah,
trying to
appreciate
add which I didn't know which direction that it was going in because, like I said, I just got in here. But
you. Mm.
rather you stepping in to whoever it is that's stepping in as that step parent, are they the prize? Just the same way that everybody has buttholes. Yes, because at the end of the day, a lot of people don't realize, especially having that choice of dealing with someone else's responsibility and taking that on as
And
your own.
I didn't
That
want you to get away because I just heard. Did you say like everybody has what?
buttholes.
Okay, that's what I thought you said. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just
Oh
want
no,
to
you
make sure that's
good.
what I heard.
I was trying to find a good analogy for something that we all can agree on because you know the world kind of wild right now.
Yes.
But yeah, no, you good, bro. But I think when it comes down to relationships, though, and you are that parent that's stepping into that situation, there needs to be an understanding, because a lot of people think that discipline is just about whooping, but it's totally not. It's a
Right.
matter of respect. Whenever you say something to them and they have that response of, "Oh, you're not my daddy," and you're paying
Right.
the bills and stuff like that, like, are you going to be that other parent that checks that? Like, you shouldn't even have to wait for that, especially in the man's scenario, right? Because it's, for the most part, it's usually the woman that's coming in with a child, for the majority. Not trying to, but at the end of the day, a lot of people don't even get that same respect. They'll much rather check an adult for their actions rather than checking their child. And I think that's where we're at right now, and especially in relationships, that can be very detrimental to a relationship when it comes down to the power dynamic. And not just a matter of control, but having respect and power within your own relationship.
Right. Look, let me say one thing to add to you, and you take back
I
off.
appreciate y'all for
Basically,
this.
if that child disrespect his mama, he gonna disrespect. Well, he or she is gonna do the same to you. You have no power. Go ahead, bro. I just want to add that with it.
And right, so with that being said, bro, that brings up a good point. If I really love you and I see that that needs to be checked and reprimanded right away, and if I can't do that, then there's no need to continue with that relationship, because disrespect just gets more disrespect, right? And the fact
Mm.
that a lot of times women will see how you're going to react and they won't even say anything. They want to see how you're going to react.
Facts. Facts.
And that'll
Don't
make her,
tell people,
rather,
look.
that'll either make or break your
Respect him. Act
relationship
like
by
you
how
don't
you
feel it.
respond. And it's not
Look, I
always
tell.
physical.
Man, look, I tell man, unless that mama tell you, tell you say something or ask you to say something, man, you don't see nothing, man. I don't care what happened in the house. You don't see nothing at danger.
Hmm. So real quick before you go, Molly, or was you finished, Mark?
Oh yeah, no, I was just gonna just throw in this little caveat. Um,
Okay,
and I
after you
forgot.
get finished, I'm gonna do a little break after
You
that
good? I
because it's like
forgot.
20 something people. Go ahead.
You good, bro? Go ahead. I forgot.
Oh, okay, all right. So real quick, it's 20 something people in here. Y'all hit these likes real quick. Gift the panel and stuff just so we can get on this FYP page. Share to some more people and stuff. If they feel like the stepfather is the prize or not, that's what I want to see real quick. Because I believe, from my point of view, I believe the stepfather is the prize for real. If we talking about, we always got this little statement, who's the prize or something like that. I think stepfathers are the prize overall. If we want to say that, and I say it with the quotations, right? And then hit the FYPs if y'all in the box. Share to about 10 people. And try to get me to like 10K real quick if you want outside. So go ahead, Molly. I know you was trying to say something. Then Brittany after that.
Alright, so I can't even lie to you. I'm gonna take accountability here. And when I first had my first son, I was a new mother, recently out of the relationship with the baby father, and I got into a new relationship. And I can't even lie to you, it was really hard for me to put my trust in him and have him discipline my child.
Mm.
Right? It was really hard, with me being a new mother and everything. um, I had a whole problem. Like, he was like, "Oh, he needs to just stay in the bed. He shouldn't sleep with you. That's where I sleep. Like, we sleep in the bed together. He's not supposed to be there." So he would put him in the crib, and for like a whole year, it was just him and I. And then for him to walk in and kind of like take that role, it was something new to him and it was something new to me. Um, and
But
like with
see,
the whole bed thing, like he sat in that crib for hours just crying, and it just hurt me so bad. It hurt me so much to see my baby cry, and I felt like the worst person in the world. I felt like the worst mother, but I had to realize that he was doing it for a good cause, that he was doing it for the better. And like him and I had fights after fights after fights over like the disciplining. Even though I would still let him do it, him and I
Mhm.
would, once we lay down in bed, it was like it was hard for us to actually be in love because we were always arguing behind doors of stop being so rough on him. He's a year, he's 1, he's 2, he pees the bed. That's okay. So why are you giving him pop-outs? Stuff like that. It was just kind of like we didn't agree with discipline-wise. And it was really hard for me to let somebody in when it was him and I for a whole year together, right? Like that was my buddy. That was, you know what I'm saying? But now
Hmm.
I do realize that it is good for him to, take charge, if that makes sense. But
Hmm.
so I understand it, but I was just trying to show you guys it's hard for a mother to do that when it's always just been them for so long. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. I
Oh yeah,
get you.
I've been noticed that. But my question was, during your first child, did he have a kid or was he no kid?
With my father,
Oh no, not doing before the stepfather. Like, did he have kids of his own or was it just y'all?
he didn't have kids of his own.
Oh, okay. And the fact that he actually stepped up, hey, that man the prize.
And I agree. I agree with the top 100%. Stepfathers are the real prize, 100%. And this man, like, we're not together, do have a child together, but he has told me multiple times that me and my son coming into his life was like the best thing in the world. It taught him love, and it taught him all kinds of stuff. So, you know, I do
Well,
think
now knowing that he was actually raising your son as his son, like it was your son. That's how he was doing it. Now that I know that. Hey, that man the prize. Are y'all still together?
you said
You
what?
better say yeah. Are y'all still together? You better say yeah.
Unfortunately, we are not.
God damn.
No, listen, we were together for 4.5 years, and I wanted to get married to him so bad. I was waiting for the ring. I waited for that ring for 4 years. Okay. But
Molly, how old are you? You say you
I'm
27,
22.
huh?
No, I'm
20.
22.
Molly,
What happened?
you 24. Go get that damn man back.
How old she says you? I couldn't
No,
even hear her.
listen. At the end of the day, he became an alcoholic after our
Oh.
our child together, and became very
Mm-hmm.
abusive, and he didn't know how to control it. And like we went to therapy,
Oh.
I tried doing all
Mm.
kinds of stuff, and it just didn't work out. And the last time he did what he did to me, I just couldn't do it because I didn't want the kids to grow up and think it's okay to treat a woman that way. But we're still
What
cool.
happened?
We co-parent. Well, he had beat me up a few
I'm
times.
saying like did something change in his life for that to happen out of nowhere?
Oh.
Did some like
He
something
started
drastic
drinking and
happen in his
Did
family
it
or
did it
something?
couldn't
happen
control his
before
drinking.
y'all child
Bro, I know y'all
began?
hear me
My
talking,
bad.
dog. Y'all literally just jumped in the middle of me talking. I couldn't even finish asking the question. That's crazy. That's crazy. What? I was just saying, did something happen in the family or something why he started acting like that?
No, so he, like I said, he became alcoholic once we had our second son, right? And I think things got stressful, and it might have got very stressful for him because I know it's hard to be a man and provide for your children and provide for your family. It's hard. Um, but I tried to do as much as I can to take the load off of him. I said I'll get a job, I'll work. Um, but he went to drinking instead, started cheating, and then certain things just went downhill from there.
Dang. Oh, that's crazy.
Well, you made a good decision. My bad. Okay.
Yeah,
No,
right. I thought she said he was a good guy. That done threw me off. That joke got. That was the
I'm
whole
saying,
opposite.
like, Kev, like he is a good, like I'm not gonna sit up here and bash this man. He's still a good father, right? I can't,
Oh, good father.
right? He's still a good father, and he could be a good man to somebody else. He's going to therapy. He's doing the things he's got to do. I couldn't do it.
I mean, sure, he already went past the limits. Like you talking about. Well, you. I be forget. So I don't like being like that though, but because I feel like it's two sides to everything though. So it's a reason why you still saying he's a good man, and then you said he was a beater at the same time. So was it like you must have a mouth on you or something like that? I'm gonna put it that
So,
way.
Kev, I really don't like.
Huh?
I really don't like. I could say I probably didn't give him sex as much as he wanted, and that could have been a problem. But like I was cleaning, cooking, taking care of the kids, going to college. I was, you know,
So you
doing
was
all these.
perfect, and he just started hitting on you.
Well, I wouldn't say I was perfect. Like I said, I wasn't giving him sex as much, and I know that's for him. It was a big deal. After we broke up, that's what he told me it was a big deal that I wasn't giving him sex when he wanted it. Um, but it was
So
for me. It was just I was tired.
that's why I be meaning about sex being the backbone. That should make your whole relationship. That don't make sense. But go ahead, Mark. I think I see you.
Yeah, I was going. Did it become abusive after your second child with the first one together, or was that before?
No, he became abusive after the second
No,
child.
so he wasn't before the child that y'all had together,
So the first child is not his child.
right? And what was he
So
abusive then though?
No, he wasn't. So he wasn't
so
before.
so it was after he started drinking the alcohol that's whenever all that
No,
started.
hold on, bro, hold on,
Oh,
because is all the alcohol and stuff started after y'all had y'all child together?
Correct. Yes.
Mm.
Okay, so that in itself, because me and you said 4 years, me and my girl done been together for going on 12 years now, and I ain't put a ring on it, and we still thug it out, but I ain't never put my hands on it, not in that way anyway. But um, a lot of times, especially with guys, that's when a lot of those triggers, anything can set you off. A bad day, or you know, you did why you got your hair up in a ponytail, why you didn't straighten it, why you didn't curl. Like a lot of those little fights start being picked. And you did say earlier that he beat you up. Did you say y'all were fighting? Like y'all be tussling and stuff in front of well, not in front of the kids, but you know, because you know how people go back and forth and start mushing and stuff like that. So I guess I'm just asking if like you did you try to get away from it, or was you actually being a part of the problem as well?
No.
Like he
So I'm
wasn't
the
just
type
hauling
of
off ice
person.
to you.
So I'm a type of person. I don't like conflict. I don't like arguing. Right. So when I'm upset, I'm gonna walk away until I can breathe, and I'm okay to come have a conversation with you, and not throw stuff at you that I don't mean. Right.
right.
I want to walk away.
I can
And
tell that because you said that you left for the kids, so I can
Mhm.
tell that already.
Right. So
But this
I'm
my
not that.
thing. Oh, go ahead, love. I go after you. Okay. Men like that. Cause
Yeah.
listening
Oh,
to the questions Kev asked and what Mark asked, and I want to say it was Kev or remember who said that the world was probably just whooping his ass. Oh, the world was whooping his ass, and the only place he can take out that anger out was at home. It just Molly realized, like, hold on, I got to like, I can make the choice. I can either stay in this or I can leave, and she chose to leave.
There's something missing, bro. I don't know. That's weird. I
yeah,
never
but I mean,
think a dude just. I don't care if you're drunk or
Man,
not. It's something that was
men,
either
men who
flags
come home
missing.
and
my
beat their
bad for cutting
family,
off
bro,
there, but
and she says she cooking, she cleaning, and all that. She don't argue with the man. He getting his ass whooped in that world, and any little thing that trigger him is at the house because like that's the only place if he not at work, he at home.
yeah, but
Right.
a lot of
No.
times, well, I mean, I'm not gonna speak as if I know the situation, but those types of things happen.
You can't say
And
something is missing. Why I can't?
but like it's not a matter of the cleaning and cooking, because he might not even notice those type things that she was doing. He might not even been recognizing the sacrifices and things like that that she was doing. So if anything that could be a problem could be a
Now he
problem. You get what I'm
noticed,
saying?
especially cooking
So
and
most of
cleaning.
the time it
If
probably
he ain't got
wasn't
to
even
do it,
her.
somebody got to do it.
All I'm saying though is like I just don't like bashing people. Right. No, this man, since we ended things, like I said, he's gotten therapy, he's gotten help, whatever. He has proposed to me 7 times now, but I just didn't like. The last time he put his hands on me, my kids watched and they cried, and then he took him out of the house.
Yeah, if you do all that, if for the kids, yeah, you made the best decision of your life, girl. Yeah, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I ain't even go bullshit you.
But
Hey,
Kev,
Ma,
you
can I
also
ask you
gotta
one more question,
understand
Molly?
though too. What can I say something else before?
Oh yeah, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
But you also gotta understand, right? So when I got into a relationship with him, I was ready to be a wife. That's all I wanted, right? Was to be a wife and love a man and take care of a man. That's what I grew up in. Was my mother took care of a man. And that's all I wanted to do. Now I
So
could tell
Molly,
that,
you was 19, 20, ready to be a wife.
right. Like that's all I
No, you
wanted. I'm
wasn't.
not Yes I was. I'm not from America. So don't
Where,
tell me yes or no.
where you from? Hold on. My bad. Where you from?
So I'm from Italy. Okay.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about Italy, so
Oh, okay.
my bad.
Well
I hush.
anyway.
Italiano.
And anyways, y'all listen. So at the end of the day, I think he had a past relationship that really hurt him. And when he got into a relationship with me and started being a father for once in his life, it was hard on him. And I tried as much as I could to, take it easy, slowly go into it, get therapy. We had sessions. Um, but at the same time, I think he was still in love with his ex. That didn't end well. Him and his ex, they didn't end well. But he was wanting to make it work with me, and we tried. We tried. Um, but like I said, the alcohol just became a part of his everyday. Like he was going to work drunk. He lost his job, one of his jobs at one point because he did come to work drunk. So it was just a lot, and I was trying to be that person. And I understand I'm not gonna say slick stuff to you, but I will ignore you. If I'm upset, I might ignore you because I don't want to say nothing bad to you. I don't want to hurt your feelings and say something I don't mean, and then we have an argument over something stupid. But Mark, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you good. I was gonna ask something like pertaining to that. Like, how long would you go without talking to him, or did you ever like take the kids type stuff and like, oh, I just need my space. I just need to be away from you. Like, was that something that was a norm in a relationship, or did you do it? And I'm only asking because Kev says something's missing, and since you put it out there, I want to know. At this point, I'm invested. You know.
Yeah, it just don't make sense to me though.
No,
It's just
it
weird
makes
how a
sense
person
because
could just change out of nowhere
no, I
for
can
no
relate
reason.
just
All right,
because
I'm gonna be
at the end
quiet.
of the day,
Let me
it's
see if my
like.
intuition got it right on point. I'm gonna be quiet.
No, but I think it's because I said I can relate just because other than the abuse part, like I was that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a 3 year old, and I would drink and stuff like that, and but my life changed as far as I was having a baby with my lady, and we was planning on breaking up at the time that we had him. You know, so but those shifts that happens in relationships where things go from because it from what she's saying, he was a great father and a great boyfriend up until he had a child. Then once he had a child of his own, he turned into a bad father and a bad partner, respectfully, just because he was putting other things in front of his family.
Right, correct. And that's what I said. He was cheating once alcohol took control. Once alcohol took control, he was out every night until like 5 in the morning, and then came home.
But I think he was. I don't even think it's the alcohol. I think that he lost himself. Like he was out searching for himself and couldn't find it. It wasn't at home. It wasn't out in the streets. He couldn't find it, and
Right, and
that's what makes some men lash out. It ain't so much as the alcohol.
but he like when I tell
Well,
you
oh, but
that
that can
it
be an
got
issue. Though. I'm not gonna dismiss that. I'm not gonna dismiss that. It can be a problem once it gets out of control.
right, and it got to a point where this man burned my all my clothes. Okay, he burnt all my clothes.
Oh
He
yeah.
I
Oh
could not walk out the house without him. I could
oh
not
yeah.
go grocery shopping without him. I didn't have a phone, and if I did have a phone, when I did for a few months, I'm gonna have no social media. Okay, so
Hey,
when I tell you he
what
became
color was he,
very
Molly?
controlling, huh?
What color was this man? I need to know. I got to
He
know
he was
details
he,
now.
he was black. Why does that matter?
What kind of black?
So something I would like to add to this, Molly, I have dated a guy who was fantastic in the beginning, but started getting very aggressive. And it was just the same situation as you said. Maybe you weren't putting out enough for him because that was my situation. So he started finding it elsewhere, and it caused him to get very angry. Things started getting physical. I walked out like you did. So, to the ones that are saying, I'm not trying to be rude, but there are men who they come across as great men in the beginning, but then one thing triggers them and they flip. That's not all men, but that does happen.
That's like a mental issue.
Yes.
That
It's
don't make
almost,
sense. So how y'all sleeping with mentally
okay.
issued guys and y'all do it nothing
Let me tell you
out of
something. So
nowhere? They
when
just pop out of nowhere, just doing nothing and nothing. I don't know. I be having a lot of questions though. That's all it is.
well,
And
It's
I,
just
this
weird.
is not condoning.
And
My
that's
bad.
why and that's why I asked at the beginning, I said did something happen in his family that caused what caused him to drinking? That's what I want to know.
have y'all ever been with a woman that she seemed great in the beginning and then all of a sudden a few months down the road
No,
she flips?
no, no,
Hey, can
You've
I just
no.
never
put a
been in that
disclaimer out
And
real
situation.
quick?
if it did happen, I would hold myself accountable because I probably missed some red flags or something like that. And then when I think hard on it, I'll be like, okay, that's probably what it was.
Well,
But
love
I don't
makes you
think
do stupid stuff, honey.
what happened.
Love makes you ignore them red flags. I mean, you got to think
Yeah,
red
okay.
flags
So
don't
where the
start.
accountability at then? What
And
the
here's the
heck?
thing red flags don't always start out as red flags. Sometimes they start out as pink flags.
Yeah,
Then who fault
can
is
I
that?
just put a disclaimer out there? In no way, shape, form, or fashion are we condoning DV. So just for the trigger warnings for those people out there. And can we get the taps up and the shares up? Um, there was you said something?
Oh, no, I was waiting.
No, no, but I was gonna say that if anybody put their hands on you one time, that's a black flag. I mean I don't know what dark you can get with a red flag, but that's a black flag. Like
That's
from the first time, don't let it build up. Don't let it be something slight. Oh, I'll never do it again. After the first time, get out of there, and that's it. That's all I had to say.
a doggone flag. That's a stop sign.
Well, back to the topic. I got with a man who had a child. I had a child at the time, and my child's father took off and left him when he was a year old. Well, I had met my husband, and I've been with him for the last 7 years. And like Molly was saying, the first year that I was with my husband, I couldn't allow him to actually put hands on my son. Now, I did allow him to put him in the corner when he got disrespectful. And this was after 6 months, 7 months, and I'd let him put him in the corner, just like he'd allow me to put his daughter in the corner. The actual spankings, I guess, didn't start until after 2, 3 years of us being together. But I just wanted to throw this out here. Ladies, if a man is good enough to spend his paycheck on your child, then he should be good enough to play the full father role.
She said what she said. Well,
I agree with that. But did you say you allowed him the father of your child? You were allowing him to do things?
I'm sorry, do what?
Did you say you were allowing the father of your child to do certain things?
The father of my child walked away completely, has not had anything to do with him. Just like,
No, I'm saying like you was telling the story, and you said whenever it got bad, you
So
would allow him, like if he was disrespectful. But then you
oh,
said,
when my
so which
son,
one? Which
so
one? I'm confused.
after 6 months, 7 months of us being together, I mean, we'd hang out at each other's houses, and if my son would get smart mouth with him, just like a babysitter, I would allow them to put him in the corner. But if you put your hands on my son and I don't really know you too well, I'm gonna have an issue with that.
Now this is
so
the new guy, right? That you've been with for 7 years.
Yes, it's the new guy I'm talking about.
But then you finished and said if a guy's able to spend a paycheck, then he should get the full responsibility of being a father, right?
Absolutely, but you can discipline a child without putting your hands on them. And again, it's about comfortability. After 6 months, you don't know a man well enough to know if he's going to hurt your child or not. So disciplining him, he can put him in the corner, ground him to his room, whatever. But after 2 years, a year and a half, 2 years of us being together, and I see how you are with your child, and I saw how he disciplined his child. That's when I was like, you know what? You're not ridiculous. You're not going to abuse my son. So you have all authority. You're now spending your money. And I want to say this too. I worked. I paid for my child. He didn't start paying for my child until a year and a half after us dating. So that could have been something to do with it as well.
So and that's why that second question like that. I'm starting to feel like that a lot of women just is horrible at picking men. I noticed that from just listening and stuff, right? This sound like even you said you even it seemed like every time I hear it, it seemed like that everybody's uh kid just or the one that they choose to sleep with somehow never sticks around. That's crazy.
Well, I'm
It's
going to be
like,
real with you. I was one of those females who thought I could fix broken men. So
oh,
I take
okay, we getting
full
somewhere.
accountability for that. My first
Okay,
baby daddy is an idiot, and that was my fault.
okay, and that's what I be wanting to hear. This is accountability room for a reason. That's why I'm asking so many questions and stuff. But because it's like my thing is like, what do we learn from these situations so we don't make these mistakes again or get caught up in these type of um we just get caught up again. That's why I ask so many questions. Even though people be like, "Why you ask?" I ask all the questions just so I can get us to open our mind a little bit more to see where we made mistakes at. That's all I'm talking about. So that's the reason why I even saying like with the stepfather thing, right? If you're not comfortable with a stepfather disciplining your child, then I know that they run straight to the I don't need them hitting them and all that stuff. But why do why date a guy that you can't? I don't like saying the word trust, so that's why I said faith. If you don't have faith around your child and stuff, that he's going to know how to raise your child or help you raise your child. Why you with the guy for anyways, or just a personal thing? You just want somebody to love you while you raise your child yourself. So I don't know.
So
Well,
it's like I said earlier, right? We have to get comfortable with you, and I feel like a lot of women don't they don't they don't court with the man, right?
Yeah.
Right? I two baby fathers, the only two people I've been with, they I court like nobody's business because I can like I said I could take accountability and say that I did not choose the right man 100%. I was
Okay.
young, 100%. But now that I am 24, I court men, right? And this man that I'm courting now, I've been talking to him for 7 months, right?
Yeah.
And he still hasn't met my kids because I need to know as much as I can and know about him to be comfortable with him around my kids, right? And I feel
Okay.
like women aren't taking that. Women are not doing that. Women are not courting. They're jumping into a relationship and not realizing who these men are
Right.
mentally or deep down or what they've gone through for the way that they're going to react to certain things. That's what I need to know. I need to know what you've been through, how you're going to deal with certain things. What do you throw stuff when you're upset? Do you hit people when you're upset? Like those are things
Hmm.
women are not doing. They're not courting. They're just jumping into a relationship because they think a man can save them and help them with their child because it's hard being a single mother. But they're not
Right.
realizing that they got to do certain things to get a man that actually is going to appreciate and love them, that they can love and that they can love their children.
Yeah. Man, what was I? It was something I had in the back of my mind. I was gonna say. You said. Hmm. It was something I was about to say, man.
Well, while you trying to figure that out, keep tapping the screen, keep tapping the screen. If you're in the box, hit hashtag FYP. We thank you for the watching and hanging in there and being alive. We ask that you keep on chiming in the comments. We ask that you keep it respectful and peaceful. And if you have something to say, you're more than welcome to come on up in the box and speak your piece. Just again, keep it respectful.
Right.
So thank you for enjoying Kevin's live. And again, you also can gift the host. And if you like what the people in the boxes are saying, you're also welcome to guest the gift the people in the box as well. So thank you for enjoying our live.
Something
Okay.
I
I
just
think
wanted
I
to
thought
add.
about it now.
Oh,
I thought about it. So with this okay, before we say be comfortable before knowing if this the right guy and stuff, do we make sure we comfortable with them before we sleep with them, or we sleep with them then try to see if we comfortable?
No, no. Women are just giving their body out.
Mm. Mm.
We gotta
Interesting.
because you gotta realize, Kev, we control sex,
Right.
right? We control sex. Men control marriage. So
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, we are giving our body out because at the end of the day, that's what we feel like. I feel like some women feel as if that's all they have to offer to a man.
Mm.
That's how they're gonna keep a man, right? Now,
Right.
with me going to therapy and learning certain things, I realized that's not where I'm gonna get in life. That's not how I'm gonna get to things in life. That's not how I'm gonna get married. But that's why I tell people we gotta bring shame back because the hookup culture is real. Women are giving out
Preach.
their temple and their body to a man that doesn't deserve it. So we have to stop it. Men want sex because women are giving it to them. Men are paying these 304s because the women are doing it for them.
Mm-hmm.
We have to stop somewhere, and it has to stop with us women at the
Yep.
end of the
So
day.
you preaching. You preaching. There you go. There you go. I think Lala's about to go. What's the deal?
Hey guys, good
What's the deal?
not hey guys from you, girl. Sorry. So I was gonna say I actually have oh sorry. Okay, Kalani.
What's good, bro?
What's
What's
up,
good,
AJ? I
Lil?
see you down there too.
So I was gonna say actually my son and daughter have different fathers. I only have my body count's like 3 in
Up
my
rage.
entire life. So the second person I had intercourse with I had my son with, and this third person is the person I'm still with and engaged to, and we have our daughter. I was just gonna say that I think there's a big what happened, at least for me, was I figured out the type of person he was way before we even moved forward with
Mm-hmm.
him being close. He ironically we worked together for a mentorship program in Baltimore City, and so I got to see him in the role before the role even came up, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got to see him in the sorry, hold on. Sorry, my son came to get and so we I saw him in the role way beforehand, and so we worked together, and sometimes my son would come to work with me, and for a while it was just me and my son until he was about 2.5, and I finally let him meet my son on a more private basis outside of the workplace, and they've been inseparable ever since. So I'm just an advocate for, if you're choosing the correct man, and this man is not only a good partner to you but would be an amazing father, I don't see why he wouldn't get most of the accolades over the biological father, even, especially one that's left you to, if it's a bad biological father, you know what I mean, who's left you to do it on your own. And I just feel like they don't get enough credit because whatever the stigma is around it. And I think some women are not careful. I just think when you're picking your partner, you're also picking your child's father. And that's the part that women with children, I feel, are ignoring, because they're like, well, he makes me happy. And I'm like, well, is your child safe with them? Is this a good idea? And I just feel like they're so quick to not be alone. In those 2 years when I broke up with my son's father, I was alone. Like, I wasn't dating anybody. I wasn't worried about dating anybody because I was trying to figure out what I like, what I don't like, and I was focused on my ministry stuff. So it was easy for me to be alone. And then I got set up with somebody who was perfect. You know what I mean? And I just feel like more women need to take their time. Like, I feel like you can do more damage choosing the wrong person than you can just being by yourself.
Facts.
What's up, Lala? You know I'm coming for you. Hey, so my first question is,
ahead.
Are you grateful for your fiance?
Yeah,
And you're grateful for the things that he does.
absolutely.
So you appreciate him,
Yes,
which makes it easier for you to cooperate with him.
that's correct.
That's it.
That's it. I just realized that like my son is not there's a okay, don't ever he'll never let me say this out loud like to in front of Jordan or to him because he hates it when I say it. I know that he's not his biological son. I'm aware of that. And I realize what I'm asking for when I'm saying, "Hey, come be with me forever." Right? I'm saying, "Can you don't get to just take he's here with I'm the mom. So it's not like I can just send him off. So I'm his mother." And so I'm asking for both of us if this is something you want to do. Now, like I said, he gets upset because he loves Jordan very much and they're very close. But it's, and also the disciplining thing, I'm not going to lie, the first time he disciplined my son, it was jarring for me. And it was one pop. It was one pop on his butt. And I didn't say anything because I knew that it was necessary, but it shocked me a little bit because I've been the only person disciplining my child for 2.5 years other than like my mother, right? And so seeing him do it was like, oh snap, he popped him. And in my brain I had to have a very mature dialogue, like, did he harm him? Is Jordan this, did he break his arm? Like, is it this long, or was it something that he needed in the moment? And does it matter where it came from? And I'm like, no, it didn't matter where it came from. He needed it. Get over it. Like, suck it up, buttercup, kind of thing.
Because because you can sometimes recognize as the man there's things that he recognizes that you don't see that later on that you have seen that when he pointed out to you, you see what he was talking about, and now you have a better understanding of what he was saying.
Jordan's turning 9 in December, and there's stuff even now that I am oblivious to, but he'll catch like a little tone, or he'll figure out that he's being smart, but I didn't see it as him getting smart, and I just don't butt in because I just feel like I think people are pretending to be less aware than they are. Like, if you're upset with somebody for disciplining your child, we can't ignore that your child is acting out. And if it's to the point where a stranger is stepping in or your partner is stepping in, that also means you're not doing anything to remedy that behavior. And so somebody has to do something. I just feel like you don't love a child if you don't discipline them. That makes no sense. And so when I see him discipline my son, I know that he loves him and he wants him to be better.
Lala, how dare you say such things, such truths?
Yeah. So anybody knows the benefits? What are the benefits that a stepfather gets from a woman with kids versus a one without kids?
This gonna sound real bad, but if they married around tax time, it helps his pockets.
That's
Mm.
hilarious to me. The benefits a stepfather gets from a woman with kids. I believe that a woman, I think there's benefits to both, and I can see them from an objective standpoint. There's benefits to both. Having a woman who doesn't have children allows you to be kind of like in a position where you're building this family together, and he gets to be the leader from the
What a
beginning.
real.
There's absolutely no other people involved. You know what I mean? Like, it's just you guys building this family, and I'm sure it's extremely less complicated. You know what I mean, for the future. But I also think there's benefits when it's a stable mother, a healthy woman with children. I believe there are benefits to the man in the sense that it gives him, it means that he can feel a little bit more safe that she's not here to waste time either. Like, we're both here and we're taking it seriously because we don't have forever, in a sense, to me.
So in the live that Kev had up yesterday, um, you know I got to do it, Kev, because she said. So in the live that Kev had on yesterday, we were talking about protection, prevention, and what was the other one? The
Provoke,
third,
provoking.
provoking. Provoking. So would you say that uh, for the women with men, would you say that you have to protect your men as well?
Of course. Wait, are we asking about with the children or just in general?
I mean, in general, all the way around, you have to protect him from the children, protect the children from him, protect his mental state, protect like situations like being not being so quick to jump in somebody else's face because you know that he gonna have to defend you, and so you don't want to put him in danger.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's the best way. I think women don't understand that a lot of the things we do are are necessary to also protect our men. Like if I'm protecting my man from my children, like if I can see, for instance, a good way that I protect him from my kids is my kids are very high strung sometimes, and when dad just came in the door, like they try to bum rush him like immediately, but I know he's been working all day long and he's exhausted, and even though he's smiling, he's putting on a brave face here, right? And they're not doing it on purpose, it's not malicious, but I have to protect him, his mental state in that capacity, because I'm like, hey, give him a second, let him regroup. We actually do a thing where he has 20 minutes alone before he comes out and has to put on his dad hat, right? And I also think when we're going out in public, that's a big thing too, is we protect his peace, we protect him physically. I'm not going to go jump in some guy's face. First of all, I'm not ever doing that anyway, because I have no intention to get hit in my stuff, but I'm not jumping in a guy's face and being like, yeah, my man will come whoop your butt, my man's got a pew pew. All those things can be true, but why am I even putting him in that why am I putting him in that situation to be in a physical altercation at any point that could escalate to a very dangerous place, when I could just keep my mouth shut and be calm for 5 seconds?
Gotta teach them masculine women that be out here, man. They don't care about that. They think they about as tough as a regular man and stuff. Then they want to be like, "Oh, you a punk? Why you ain't take off on me? I need you to talk back for me, cause I'm in
Yeah,
my
I've
feelings."
seen people like ridicule men for stuff like that. Like he didn't jump up in some guy's face because you were yelling at this stranger for 20 minutes, and because he didn't get up and hit him for yelling back, he's somehow soft or a punk. Or I don't understand that. I'm like, why were you in his face? I feel like sometimes I'm banging my head against the wall because I'm like, why was she yelling at him? Why was she in his personal space? Who cares? Isn't that, and they'll say like, isn't that her man right there? What's he supposed to do? In my opinion, like you're picking a fight.
Right.
And I think that women need to understand that I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but like you're a girl, just like accept that, take that, and approach the world from that perspective. We're not the same. There is
Right.
a famous female boxer, and I can't remember her name right now, but she was talking,
Yeah, I
and
know what
her,
you're talking about.
you know who I'm talking about, right? And they were
Yeah.
talking about, oh, so is he scared, your husband? No, because she realized her husband is still a man and he can still hold her back regardless of the fact that she has these, like, she's like a black belt in like Muay Thai or Jiu-Jitsu or something. It's just, I don't know. It's logic to me. It's logic. Plus, I'm not going to teach my daughter to behave that way either. So I don't want her to be hard and hard edged, and like I want her to be able to communicate even with her future husband to a point where he's not fighting and banging his head against the wall trying to communicate with her.
Yeah. I think a lot of women just don't know that. No matter how trained they are or whatever, it's just you would. It's like a lot of them get destroyed by a 12-year-old boy. But if a dude was to go like full throttle, right, no weapons, no anything, they have no chance. Like most of the time, a lot of men is holding back. They don't really want to. That stuff is real. You know what I'm saying? It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? I know some of them probably got away with and I had a few people in my family had to learn that way
Young
because they
woman.
can get with a dude for so much, but then when a dude black out, it ain't the same as if a woman black out and a man black out. It is not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like you dang near, because even when men fight, it's dang near one of them can be unalive. So like, yeah, don't get grabbed by a dude for real because you think you strong or something like that, and you got these skills. It don't matter what skills you got. once a dude black out and be serious and not take hold back because you a girl, yeah, it's just like that physics was straight up. It don't matter how strong you think you are though. It's just how it is. That's reality.
I mean, let's keep it
I
real,
got a
Kev. As
cousin that
men,
got
we
some huh?
I said let's keep it real. As men, we have to keep that reality because, like we talk about all the time, one of your favorite things to talk about. There's always somebody bigger and badder than you.
Yep,
So even
yep.
as men, we have to recognize that.
And
So
we
it's like
already
I
know
don't
that. That's the
understand why
thing.
they right. That's why I don't understand why they don't get it.
They don't get it right. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. They already know that. They put you in
Female
the head like you
privilege.
done for.
I think that's female privilege. They are used to the fact that men will not go past a certain point because they are a woman. And so they live in this la la land of like safety where it's like, no one will ever go past this point with me because I'm a woman and I can always pull that card.
Yeah.
And I feel like they just live in this oblivious state. And so that's why I feel like they don't think about the fact that sometimes y'all won't even jump up in a certain person's face.
No, we already know. We know they don't know. It's crazy. And then next minute, oh, police, where the police at? I know. But
They got caught up with one of them foolish men that didn't care.
yeah,
He,
that's what it is.
he like his
And I know
report.
someone be like, I done got with a dude and I can fight men and all that stuff. But you just, they don't know for the most part. Like, I think it's just in them. That a lot of them be holding back for real, you know.
Don't get me wrong though. I mean, I know there are some. I mean, I knew this girl I grew up with. She handled dudes like she handled girls. But I ain't never seen the fights to see the dude she whooped. But the stories are true.
Yeah.
But I told her she ever hit me, she getting pew pewed. I wasn't gonna fight her. But it's again, it's that trying not to look weak. You know, it's for us men. It's like we always trapped in that behind that wall of not trying to look weak.
Mm-hmm.
I know what we do deserve. We do. We deserve to be able to feel.
Deserve. Right. Oh, yeah, 10K, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. 10K before 11 o'clock. Still 10 something. But, I guess some more on this, though. So, yeah, overall, I do feel that way. I think it's just so, like I said, of my observation, I just see how a lot of women be feeling like they didn't get, and that's probably why, and I'm gonna have to go this route. Um, why they say that your dating value is lowered. You know, it's the reason why they say it because it's like it's so much to deal with, right? All the rules you got to worry about. And I can't, I got to worry about her if I can discipline the child or if I can do this because it's just up to them at the end of the day. So like you got to really think about like what man really want to go through all that stuff. Like he gotta. It's like what else more do you have to offer? Because the thing is, a racing like some of the regular chicks don't be having nothing to offer. Then you come with extra. I don't like to say baggage, but an extra situation, and then you ain't got nothing either. Then you want to have all these rules, and I can't. Now you can't cheat my child like this, and I need to make sure I'm comfortable with you, and I need to make sure that I trust you because her trust issues all messed up from her last one and stuff. It's like, dog, why deal with all that when you can get with a chick with no kids and and be the same exact way except it's less of a hassle or whatever. It's just crazy. So that's what I'm meaning by like a dude that steps in and does that. They most definitely the product because they really don't have to do that. They literally had that choice and they here to sit here and put a band-aid on your situation you messed up at. You know, that's everybody gonna mess up. Y'all gonna have your times and stuff, but don't come with this. And I just be saying too much with the they act like all of a sudden they are the prize and I deserve all this after you done messed around and slept with the wrong person. Now you deserve. So I just never understood that. That'd be the funniest stuff to me, and I've been hearing it in my life. Then they get every other, but I can understand some of them say that just to boost, help boost their own ego or help motivate them and stuff. But then again, why have a boo boo attitude behind it? You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't ish. You not nothing. Like what the freak? We can go over. We could pick so many other women. That just be so funny to me. Like, how is you the ish?
The
Huh?
dating status
You know
changes.
why I could see, but you know why I could see it being a benefit to a single guy. The way I could see it being a benefit, and this may be the extreme, would be, if he can't have kids and he wants kids,
Yeah.
or a situation where
I'd
he
adopt a
just,
kid.
really don't want it. Right. He just,
I'm about to take a boo boo attitude. I'll get my what the heck.
nah. He ain't got to do that. But no, I'm saying the reason why a single guy would, have to date a woman with kids. He may not, or he may not just want to have his own kids, and he okay with dating a woman that's already got kids. You know, it may be that a situation where he had a good stepfather, and he looked up to his stepfather, and he, you know, didn't, don't have it being an issue. But again, like you said, putting up with them attitudes, none of that's worth it.
I don't think women like to accept the idea that anything like lowers their value in the dating pool, not as a human being, because
No, they
that's
don't.
a different conversation, right? But like in the dating pool, they don't like hearing that. They don't like hearing that if you're over childbearing age, that's a hit. They don't like hearing stuff like that because they're
Yeah,
like, no, I'm phenomenal. And if you tell me anything is wrong with me, you are devaluing me as a woman, which is
yeah,
just not an equivalent. It's not. It's just saying, like, to me, the higher you get in age, if you have multiple children, really one, but if you get over two or three, like once you're over a certain amount of children, once like there are levels to it. Ideally, because to me, and I'm not trying to be rude, and this is and not even my situation, which is why I'm saying it, a woman a woman who is at the top tier here is probably a reserved woman, in my opinion, a reserved woman, modest woman who is a virgin and has somehow done something with her education, is uniquely feminine and willing to be submissive. That is what I
facts.
think we're talking at the top tier of women and their functionality. And then the more things you do that are outside of that, for me, starts to do that like ticking down thing as to like, you're fine, but you're not A1 beef here. You get what I'm saying? Like, let's
Mm.
just, and it's not, and again, it doesn't bring your value down as a human. It doesn't, but it does matter for matching purposes, for pairing purposes. Because even now, as a woman, like I'm talking, I have a son. Now I have to explain to him his last name's different. Now, me and his father were actually together for 3 years before I even got pregnant with him, and we were engaged. But some other stuff happened, and I couldn't move forward because I didn't feel like it was good for both of us. And so, and it was a lot, but anyways, so we didn't move forward. But I'm saying, even I have to explain, yeah, your last name is different, this is why your last name is different. Mommy was ignoring some stuff that she probably should have taken more seriously earlier in the relationship, and we wouldn't be in this situation at all, but this is the case. And now you have your stepdad, and we're all wonderful and having a great time, right? But then moving forward, when I'm talking to him, I'm saying, this is what you're looking for. What I just described is what I'm pushing for my son to look for in a woman. I'm not saying nobody is good and no one else is good enough, but this is what we're looking for. This is the cream of the crop here, in my opinion.
Right. Exactly. I learned that. I think they say man is can't take rejection well. For what I'm just learning, just looking at all these how everybody talking and stuff around the app and all that, I realized two things that from what I noticed, that women are more ego driven and ego driven prideful than men, and they can't take rejection. I know they gonna go to that one thing where, well, men will sit there and beat you up or something if you don't give them their number. But no, what I learned is like just the thought of them, just like you was mentioning earlier about the thought of them not getting picked or something like that, they would go to the extremes. They would rather go gay just to show that, because they don't. I think they really don't like rejection that bad because they so used to, everybody getting them and being told that your box is the best thing in this world and you have the power, and even the world itself is going to help assist it too. They never got told that, or not they don't even get held accountable on certain things. So the world's always gonna uplift them for the most part. Even the people that sit there and enable them and tell them you the issue. So it's like it shows that they're not built for rejection for the most part. I just from what I notice and stuff. So that's the reason why they can't take it. And and like I said, the thought of them saying that, oh, you are low valued or because of this and something like that, they take that as offensive. You know what I'm saying? And some of that stuff is fake. So a dude can admit that he ugly, right? A woman is not. They hardly gonna do that. They gonna rather say I'm a 10 and I'm confident and stuff, even if they look like a brick. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, yeah, I learned that they more ego driven. Just like this project that we did in the other room where they were saying what they say, black women were more smarter back in the day. But he even had another one said black men were more smarter than back in the day. From what I got out of that, all the men could admit it. But when it came to the women, they like, no, we're more educated and not forget all that stuff. But all the men literally like they put their ego to the side and was understanding what the reason why they were more smarter and stuff. Because the way things was back then, they thought things out. They were less sensitive. They thought about the family more and all the other stuff. It's just, and they didn't, and the women that was in it was not trying to hear it. I don't care what you're talking about. I'm educated. I'm smarter. They were dumb. They were getting all this stuff, but they cared about family though. That was like one of the main things
Well, and
that's more important.
are higher. Women's depression rates are significantly higher now than they have ever been. There has to be a reason for that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Well, as always,
Huh?
Kev, trying to set me up for an alley oop. So here I go with the dunk. Missing humility.
Oh, right. Exactly. They don't know what that is anymore. What is that? What
Yeah,
is that, man?
entitled and deserving.
That's what it is nowadays, man. And look at that. For them to be all that so deserving and all this stuff, they the most stressed ones. They the most ones they gotta have
Highest depression,
pills and stuff to get themselves together. They the
least married.
huh?
They're the highest depressed, the least married, and I'm like, there is a reason for all these statistics to be true. Come
Something
on,
is up. Yeah,
something is
exactly.
wrong.
But no, they say they're the happiest.
Can't keep a man. Then they get mad at the past. Well, they got cheated. They go for the worst stuff though. But everyone that wasn't getting cheated on. You getting cheated on and you still can't pick a man. Like, make it make sense. I just don't get it. Like, what's your excuse? But
Hey, so
they
I don't know
still
how
kept
many
a
men in
family
here.
when they got cheated on. That's the big difference.
Hey, I don't
Stupid.
know how many. I don't know. I don't know how many men in here, and I don't know if it's gonna make a difference because we tell them all the time. But just because you tell somebody something, it's like sometimes you're talking to a brick wall because they just refuse to hear the truth. But my question is to the brothers in the room: how do y'all feel about our sisters? I'll speak first. I love my sisters, and I can't. I'll never say I don't need them. I just don't need the wrong one. I need the
Mm.
right one. But I love them, so I don't know where this comes from that we hate y'all. But there's none here.
Because they hate themselves. That's what it is. They're not even confident anymore. That's why they need everybody in the world to validate their feelings. They got to take 100 pictures just for somebody to say, oh, you killed, you know what I'm saying? Even though some of them, I mean, like they need validation from the world. That's why they think everybody hates them. And that's why they believe it and all that stuff. So, once they learn to love themselves, and that's why I asked that question yesterday, like what percentage of the world you think really love themselves, especially America. I don't even think they really know what love really is. They love is based off of what get given to them first, and then they can only give it back and stuff. Which that's not real love. So they, people never took the time to look in that mirror, like your name. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the hardest things to do. It's one of the hardest things to do.
I
You
think they
know.
base love. I think some people have gotten to the point where they base love off of money, off of materialistic things. What you
Yep.
have, what you can
Money.
do,
What's between their
how you can
legs?
move. Yep. Yes.
I think in some cases the pendulum is swung too far and people love themselves too much. So I and they care more. Everything is about, I don't know. Try not to be a certain way, but
It ain't that they love themselves, they just prideful. And they think that. That's why I
mhm,
was mentioning that yesterday too. They think
mhm.
they love themselves, but there's more of an ego and pride. So they like, I'm trying to think of it. They more like, I can't say, well, I can say arrogant. No, I'll just say prideful. They're more prideful than really loving themselves. And they think they mix pride and love together. So they just don't, I don't know. They feel like they're the ish, but they just got to still prove that they're ish that they not really is. You know what I'm saying? That's why they just
But
so crazy.
but when you
People
really
just
look at it,
believe
it's
in it.
childlike behavior because it's like I want my way. It's about me. It's all about me.
Yeah.
Even though I know I'm flawed, because you'll hear them say, "I know I'm not perfect," but then as they'll tell you, well, everything you just said after that but has been canceled out. So then they're here,
Yep.
they feel like they just canceled it out. So now I can keep going forward and keep moving and keep doing what I'm doing. And it's the problem is everybody else and not me. And it's never a time to stop and have a self reflection and have a mirror check. It's like I just don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
It's always somebody else's fault. It's always it's somebody else's problem. You gotta accept what I want, but I can't. I don't. It's a double standard because I want you to accept, like you said, Kev. You want me to take me and my kids, and I'm adding extra rules. And on top of this, I want you to be this, that, and the other.
Right. Right. Like, what the heck? What is you offering me so much that you got all these rules and all this stuff? Like, I
And then
just
be
can't pick somebody else. What the heck?
and then
You
be
need to work for
Superman on
me.
top
You
of
know what
that.
I'm saying? What the heck? I gotta work for you. They done switched the whole table up. That'd be so funny to me, dog. That's too crazy. That's why
Yeah,
I'm gonna stick with that, man. Stepfathers, most definitely. If we talking about who was the prize out of everybody, it's the stepfathers for sure. It gotta be. They're doing something that they don't have to do at all, flat out. So even if we wanted to switch it, because I know that's gonna come soon. Well, what about the stepmothers and stuff? At the end of the day, a man gonna still have to be the man. So no matter what it is, he still got to take care of his kids and her, and he's not really required or pressing that she got. It's not the same though. It's just literally not the same. A dude don't press that heavy for a woman to take care of his kids like the opposite way. It just don't be like that. Like I never even think I seen that. Well, why you not hugging my kids like you supposed to hug them? You know what I'm saying? Like what the heck? Why you not? I don't think it's ever been like that. I don't think men like that unless they just a feminine man. I don't know. I don't. That's just weird. I never just seen a man just ask for a stepmama to do stepmother duties. I don't know what the heck that is though. So that's the reason why I just don't work that way, the opposite way. But for the most part, a stepdad is going to be looked at as in, hey, I need you to do this job because I'm giving you nothing but punani because I look good or something. I don't know. That just be crazy to me. Nothing else to offer. It's just I look good. I have kids, and I need you to fill in and be funny. I be trying to understand what be running through a lot of these chicks' minds, but I don't know. It's just funny to me. But overall, yeah, they truly the prize for real. Like they literally don't have to. And I don't even like that term, but I just hear so much on here, and it made me think about that though. So yeah, stepdad don't have to be a stepdad. He got so many picks and choices to pick. It's harder. It's actually harder for a woman that with kids to find uh
Yep.
somebody. I mean, it's just a sad truth though, because like you got to be able to weave out who's trying to have sex with you only. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? There's so much stuff you got to hold back on and stuff to see if you gonna find the right guy. So I mean, like I said, if you find the right one, you need to be doing everything in your power to keep them. You know what I'm saying? or make sure it's the right. You know, what I'm saying? That's how I look at it though. Not all of a sudden you coming with your chest out like you got the top, like you the top notch or the ish, and I'm like, nah, that's not you. You done lost that. You done lost that. And sad to say that though, but that's just reality. You done lost that power now. You know what I'm saying? You made your mistake. Now it's time to change it around. You know what I'm saying? You got to at
It's
least
not
be
that you
grateful if you
have
get a
to.
guy, huh?
I said, and it's not to say that you have to settle for whoever. It's just to say that like
No,
you have to be humble and realize that you came in with way more issues than you did with good things right now. You
right,
potential issues. It might not be an issue at all, but potential issues than
right.
good things at this point in time. And so I just feel like even though I think in general humans like women and men when we come this whole like being the prize conversation is so interesting to me because I just feel like why can't both people be the prize? Why is this an argument? Like we're talking about Simone Biles. I'm like, why does it matter? Sorry.
No, I actually got a good lesson on that today or yesterday, and it actually made a lot of sense to me. So, of course, if you have something that's very, very valuable and it's very, very rare, why wouldn't that be the prize? So when we
Right.
look and we line up black men and black women, there's I think I don't know the exact number, but I think they outnumber us by what is it, 3 million black women to 1 million black men or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not enough of us to go around. So to find them so on top of that, to find one who wants to be a stepfather to your children, wouldn't that be a
Yep.
prize?
The
Especially if
one
you
that ain't. You would thought can't be like how you be. I'm trying to get how would the prize be the opposite way. I'm trying to see. It's so crazy. Like, what is he getting out? That's what it goes back to. What is he getting out of it? Because, like I said, for the most part, that when I ask the question to the average woman nowadays, right? Not all, right? To the average woman nowadays, they never tell me what and the fact that they hate the term, what do you bring to the table? They never say anything. I don't even think they know what they bring. You know what I'm saying? That's why they hate that question. They hate that question because they know they don't have nothing. But that's why I'm saying, well, that's where that rejection stuff come from. They come at. They don't even want to admit it because they don't want that feeling of, dang, I might not have nothing to really offer, but what's between my legs? You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing they can really think of for the most part. But they're not gonna ever voice that out loud. Or someone might. But I'm just saying, it's like the rejection is so bad that they rather be irritated at the question rather than try to answer it. You know, you can what will make you stand out different from any other woman. I know I can tell you what's rare in my book. A woman that hold themselves accountable. That's just one look. That's one thing I'm attracted to. You know what I'm saying? That's rare. You know what I'm saying? If you could at least bring accountability to the table, that's one good thing. You know what I'm saying? But they can't even mention that. They always mention about what they don't want, and uh, I don't went through this. They bring problems to the table. They bring attitude to the table. They bring, what the freak? But nothing. But like I said, some of them just so driven off what's between their legs and stuff, and being told is whatever. That's what they feel like. They didn't call. I'm the wet or something like that. So that's all they can. They think they can bring to the table. That's why I don't get let. That's why they get cheated on. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing else they really have that's really attracting this man. Because that's how you got your man. You know what I'm saying? You got him with that. You got to sleep with him so much and all whatever to keep him and stuff. And then once that run out and stuff, because it's plenty of punani up out of here, and that's all you bringing, like that's something new or that's something special, and you got nothing else to give them, guess what? You back left and you got more problems and traumas and even worse. You know what I'm saying? So like if y'all don't if a lot of women don't know what they got to bring to the table or something like they can't answer that question straight. Hey, it's about time to try to look into something or try to do something different from the average woman or something like that. That you can you can answer with your chest sticking out. This is it's just as quick as you want to answer how much you a so-called 10 and confident you are. Answer that question as confident as you put that out. You know what I'm saying? So You need to be able to know what to bring to the table, or it shouldn't be irritating to you. I never understood that. Why the man? I was in the one live last time somebody saying that. Like, why did? And once I hear that though, when somebody get mad about the body count thing, and that tells me enough about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you get irritated at stuff like that? Because you know that's what I'm saying. That's that rejection stuff I was talking about earlier. They don't like that feeling because they know they part of that
I
situation.
don't
They know they ain't
understand
got nothing to
people getting
bring. They know that they get body count is high. Huh?
I don't understand people getting upset at the body count question personally. Like I don't understand that. And maybe I'm biased, you know what I mean? But like this is how I see it. If I walked up to my baby girl and asked her what her body count was and she gave me a bunch, would it be okay or would it not be okay? Anything I apply to myself, I think about it as if my daughter was answering that question.
Right. Right.
Right. And so my thing is if you would walk up to your daughter and she says, "Oh mom, I got 24," and you'd be okay with that, then okay, fine, stand on it. I don't care. But like if you know that that would be jarring for you,
Right.
then why does that not mean that something's up? I just don't understand how that doesn't mean
They
that.
don't make. I'm glad you see you a logical thinker. That's how. That's why.
Let's
That's
blame it
another
on
thing. Bring that to the table. Like
alcohol.
men look for stuff like that too. Logic, accountability. At least say that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just rare stuff nowadays. It's sad that that's a rare thing for a lot of these women. That a lot of women can't bring logic to a situation. They can't. They bring their feelings so much to it though. I mean, ain't nothing bad about feelings, but dang. You know what I'm
But
saying? Bring something else that's different from the average woman because it showed that.
hey
I agree.
Kev,
That's
but Kev,
crazy.
let's keep it 100. Is it that they can't bring logic, or is it that they just don't want to
They
because
don't
it
want
doesn't
to. Yeah.
benefit them? They
Yeah.
know what they doing. They know
Yeah, you right.
because they'll give you excuses for it. Well, I was drunk, or it was this, or it was that. No, you knew exactly what you was doing. You did what you wanted to do. You just
Yep.
don't want to deal with the consequences of your actions
Right. Exactly.
while trying to hold everybody else accountable.
Right. That's fact. I see you Lala over there unmuting
I'm
this
gonna be
stuff.
like also I'm probably like what you guys say, like a pick me or whatever. That's fine. To me, intercourse is a very intimate act for women. It is a very, very intimate thing to do.
Yeah.
And so to do that so many times with so many different people, I can't understand how there's not a mental and emotional issue going on there, a detachment issue going on
Mm.
there, because I'm allowing someone to be inside my body. And I'm not trying to be rude, like, y'all have great little extremities, but it's on the outside of your body. I'm allowing someone to be inside of my body. This is close. You're more than close to
Yeah.
me. Right. And so to do that with so many people, I don't know how you don't feel like you're giving pieces of yourself away every time.
Yeah. I mean, and it's the one thing they
You
just.
stuck, and piece of those people stuck with you too.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, man, just be honest with so. That's what confidence come in. At. It's like, dang. A lot of them feel like I know that they feel ashamed. You know what I'm saying? That's why they can't really admit. You know, they hate what it is, but then they want to still say, like, I don't know, like a lot of people be lying to themselves. That'd be the problem. Live and deny, but it's the world we live in. You know what I'm saying? As long as we can keep a certain image. I think once people start seeing what's more important is the character, not the image and stuff, they start understanding it and really loving themselves for real. Because, like, you got to be confident in whatever lifestyle you done chose or picked or whatever you stand on. And that's way less stress. That's way less stress. You know what I'm saying? It's just, but people gotta, like I said, take a lot of putting that ego and all that stuff to the side. Then you actually notice that hey, it been yourself holding you back the whole entire time.
My question is, when you have these people who say, "Well, I did what I wanted to do," and then it comes to their children, and just like we just said, you don't want your children to do the same thing. How is it that you really did what you wanted to do? Because if you did what you wanted to do, why do you feel it's so bad for your child to do it?
Right. Exactly. Then I be hearing people like, "Why do you use children? We are grown people." That shows people so funny to me. I be hating when they do that. Like, dang, that's the whole point. If for the most part, if you feel shame towards a child, I mean, what make it no different? Just like I think it was somebody, I think it was you, was like, where people be saying that, oh, nah, they got an attitude problem, and they grow up, and then just say that it's, oh, that's just the way they is. You know what I'm saying? No, you just grown. That's an
Yeah, you
attitude
know
problem
that's me.
still. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
you,
because in
yeah, right.
school, right? Because in school, that's what they called it. You got an attitude problem. That's why you had to go to the principal. You had to go stand in the hallway, sit in the corner, whatever
Mm-hmm.
the punishment was, because you had an attitude problem. Now you grown with that same attitude problem, and you talking about that's just the way I am. No,
All
you
right.
just a grown adult with an attitude problem.
Exactly. Exactly.
Parents allow, sorry, the parents allowed that. My daughter is a young woman, is a baby. She's a girl. She's a baby girl, and she's got a lot of feminine energy that's untapped and untamed. So we always say to her, like, well, you got a lot of attitude in that little body, right? And so the reality is you have to allow, one, condone it by calling it cute, and it's not. You know what I
Right.
mean? And two, you have to allow your child to continue to do that. When we see that welling up inside her, all of that attitude as if she's grown, that's the first time that she get those. We immediately nip that in the bud. Like, get it together, chill out, and we'll tell her, breathe, work on breathing. She might get a little pop if it's too much. Too much, a
Mm.
little bit of an eye roll, because the reality, I keep saying this, like, you are okay. My students love to tell me, because they're just regurgitating what their parents say, right? So they'll say, Miss Lala, I don't care what nobody thinks of me. I deal with 25 to 40 black girls in a week between the ages of 10 and 14. And so the reality is, they'll tell me, I don't care what nobody thinks of me. I don't care what people think. I don't care what people think. And I tell them all the time, you don't have the knowledge of the world to have that perspective. I said, the reality is how you carry yourself in public and how people perceive you is very important for your success, because people have to hire you. People have to work with you. People have to let you in the building. These are people that you have to interact with. And so if you don't care what anybody thinks, and you've got this big old attitude, and you're rude and you're nasty, and then you're mad that nobody's cooperating with you, and you can't understand why nobody likes you. Like, I understand why nobody likes you. You're literally the worst. Stop. Like, relax. Like, and it's true, but I moved up to Baltimore from the South. Sorry, my daughter's rude. From the South. And she's so rude. I don't know. He has no home training. And so it was jarring for me to get here, and women,
All right,
I was
Bonnie.
expecting at least women to be like, I'm very like, hey, how are you? Obviously, hey, how you doing? You're looking at me long enough. I'm smiling and saying hello, because it's weird to stare. And so the more I looked around and saw that the women are super angry, or felt really angry and had these big attitudes, the more I was like, it has to be the environment. It has to be the environment. And I'm like, you're just and when teaching the kids, made it worse, because I'm like, not only do you have this attitude, but you're teaching it to your daughter so that she can be just like you when she grows up by herself. Sorry, but true.
Mm.
I just want to say something.
Look like Contra, right? Look like you want to say something. You're muted.
Yeah, yeah.
Mike must be messed up again, as always. My boy need a new phone and a mic again.
Shut up. All right, so like the parents, they don't even be realizing that they teaching them kids that, because they mind don't be on the kids when the kids at home. Because listening to what you saying, and my little girl don't act nothing like that, but I made sure, and her mama made sure, we don't do nothing in front of her or none of our kids, because I was raised up. Grown folks is grown folks business. Kids stay in the kids' places. But I also know there's kids always listening. So
Right.
that's it.
And we had little girls telling me, I don't need a man. I'm like, you're 11. Well, I'm
See, that's sad.
and I'm doing
That's
this whole
sad,
bad.
bro. I ain't.
It's sad. It is. We're sitting in a circle talking about partnerships, talking about as making friends, talking about eventually couples, and they're like, well, I don't need a man because my mom did it by herself. And then one little girl just had such a mouth that I was like, is your mom having a good time?
You wanna know what's crazy? They say did it by herself. I'm like, girl, your mama's still doing it. She ain't done. The hell?
At all. And the thing, like, I would tell them, I don't know who in the world, I have never heard anyone think it was okay to look at somebody and tell them they're not necessary. And that's what blows my mind about nowadays when I hear women say, like, men are not necessary, we don't need them, they're not necessary. I was like, how has that ever been okay to look at another human being and say they're not needed? Where did you get that from? That was acceptable.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, well, look, you want to know what that tells me though? That these kids, like, they don't have no knowledge of a mother, like of a mama and daddy, and because a child that age will be like, yeah, he's necessary. Ain't that my daddy who made me with you? Like, where those kids at? What else? What autistic kids at? Because they'll be like, hold on, yeah, that's my daddy. He's necessary. Without him, I wouldn't be here. Where those kids at? Those my buddies.
No, the narrative is now I didn't ask to be here, right? So
Oh Lord. Wait. Hold on. The kids saying that? Lala, the kids saying that?
yeah, I mean the kids well, I'm sorry. So my girls came to me with one attitude and now they don't speak that way because I'm just I will mother somebody else's kid if I feel like obviously you need some mothering, right?
Right.
But yeah, when they came in, it was like, see, she's got an attitude with me or whatever. It's a very entitled way of looking at things. Like, I didn't ask to be here. She had me. So they don't feel entitled. They don't feel, like they're obligated to respect or be in this like position of reverence with their parents or their mother specifically, because a lot of them are just with their mom.
Oh man, I wish any one of my kids would tell me
Hey,
that
I'm
shit.
gonna catch y'all later
And
on.
look, all right, brother. Like this
All right.
how I had two reactions just now. Cause as you said it, I was picturing it for one of my kids. One was I felt my arm raising up, and two was me being petty. Like, what the fuck? I ain't asked for your ass to be here either. If I could bring you back, I would. Well, I'm like, what is they saying in front of these? Like, I don't even know.
Here's
I
the
can't think
other
about it
thing too.
because
I mean,
I
like,
don't
and
know.
it goes back to your stepfather conversation, Kev. Like, these women even talk to their kids, talk to the stepdad crazy in front of their kids. So the kids know the limits that the mom has set for the stepdad because she made it very obvious. You can't hit me. You're not my dad. Like, there's this energy already, and it's just like, why did you invite that kind of chaos into your house? What was the point? You should have just been alone then.
But look, this is why that happened though. You know how earlier I said that them kids always listening, them kids always watching, even if you think they're not in the room. Uh, the mama who doing that right now was a kid peeping around the corner who supposed to be in her room watching her mama and her daddy fuss. All she know is man and female, And she grew up, but she not even thinking about her daughter is right there sitting on side of them. At least our generation of parents knew one thing: put your ass in the room. Then they'll go have a little, argument or go outside or something, but they ain't really arguing from the first.
Yeah, it's
But
just
I'm from Louisiana though. I don't know how it is in other places though.
yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, the more I just have noticed a generational difference. There is a big generational gap in how we were raised and how they're being raised. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that our parents did everything perfectly because I just feel like all parents are figuring out a way to traumatize their kids in a different way. Like, we all traumatize our kids somehow, some way. It's just different. That's how I feel because we're
So,
humans and we're gonna mess up.
Lala, if you mind me asking, how old are you, real quick? So I think me and you are on the same age.
I'm 30 years old.
Oh, it's perfect, same age. So can we say this? Our classmates, the kids that they have, cause I can tell that you are a good parent if you got kids, but if not, you will be a good parent. But I got 4. And I look at some of my classmates, and I be like, "Bro, y'all kids to run, y'all like hell." And like it's like to me, like they forcing these kids to grow too fast, and they're not allowing the kids to be kids. I'm worried about those effects as they get older.
Yeah. No, there is a super like, because even when I think about, I don't know if you guys know what Montessori is, but it's a style of like teaching a child or parenting now.
I ain't never heard of it.
So Montessori, it was this philosopher who decided that you could kind of like teach kids to be independent at a younger age, like as young. So that's why you see like 2-year-olds with the like little cooking stations, little kitchen cooking stations, and they're chopping stuff up, or they're doing. There's very like minimal
Oh,
colors.
so
Huh?
so that's why. So that's why whenever like it was growing up, they were coming out like the easy baked ovens and all that.
So no, I don't know if you guys have seen. I mean, my For You page probably is catered to me and kids because I have those. But there's like a kitchen, so it's like an individual based learning style. So it's like each kid is able to progress on their individual level. There are schools that are dedicated to this style of learning, and so each student has their own
Oh,
path, right?
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
now
yeah. That's
they're
what.
doing it with babies, where you having a 1 and 2-year-old learn how to like cook stuff in the kitchen. And for me, I'm like, you're doing too much. Like you're doing too much. Let them be a baby. I don't know. That's just my opinion, but I don't push my children past. I push
Like,
them intellectually, but it's my job to feed my children. It's my job to clothe my children until they become at an age where I feel I'm not overwhelming them. You know what I mean? To the point where like they're not
right,
adults. And so and I just feel like there's this thing now where it's a lot of pushing for intellectual things from a child that they're not capable of doing yet. So
right. Cause the
self-control
brain
for
not finished growing till 25.
that's my point. And so when you have something like gentle parenting where you're like, let's have this full-on discussion with my child about I'm like, that is a baby. Like, help her relax, tell her what to do, and keep going. Like, don't sit here and have this 45-minute discussion with a 3-year-old because she's not
Yeah,
like
they not gonna remember that.
conscious. No,
None
not at
of
all.
that.
I was gonna ask Kev. I have a question. If you start dating a woman and she has
What's that?
children, right? Well,
Yeah,
first of all, let me first ask: you want children of your own?
yeah.
Okay.
Stepdaddy.
Uh,
That's the
so if
answer
she,
already. I already know what you about to get to. Now stop talking
I'm
shit.
just wondering if she doesn't. What if she doesn't want more
Zero.
children?
Nope.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
doing it.
I already asked like women without kids, and because I want kids, so that's already. I actually cut off a couple of dates like that though.
Yeah.
They said, and they seemed real cool though. But once they said they don't want kids, then I was like, all right, 'cause
Yeah.
I know what I want.
Even if what if they already have children? Is
No, I
that
want my
still?
own kids. Yeah, I want my own legacy.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Because I was watching this 90 Day Fiance episode. This lady's like 40 something, and she's had 2 children already, and she's got a new she had a boyfriend, and he was 34.
yeah.
And when he asked her to have children, she said no. Like she's like, no, why can't my children just be your children? And I just felt like it was so jarring for me because I was like, girl, you
That's so
knew he.
selfish too.
I know. I'm like, you knew he was young when you got with him. You knew that there was possibility he'd want to have kids. I don't even know why this is completely off the table. But I was wondering if that's like, if it was me or if that's just like a thing. Like that would be an issue for most people. So I'm like, that's weird. And I was
Hmm.
since we're talking about stepdaddies, just wondering if being
I
a
need a
stepdaddy.
nephew, baby. Whoa,
Whoa,
I keep
not
getting
the
a little too
knife.
close. I
How you
need a
get it though?
nephew,
I
baby. Love. Stupid up.
I I knew that caught your attention by the way you looked up at it.
Not a nephew. Are you looking for? You're looking. So in your ideal world, the woman that you get with doesn't have children.
No,
I'm
I
asking.
mean, nah. Me myself, I said I prefer a woman without kids because I don't have kids. But I
Oh,
wouldn't mind as long as if she treat me well and all that stuff. I mean, I take maybe one kid. I don't know about two, maybe one kid.
yeah.
I don't know. It just depends on how good
Well,
that woman
based
is.
on the
How
knowledge you
much a
got in
Maybe
your
woman is?
two,
head, man, bro,
maybe two,
hey,
but at
you
the
got
most, but
knowledge. You better pass it down. If not, I'm gonna
huh?
be mad at you.
You
Say
said
all that
what?
knowledge that you have in your head, bro, pass it down. Have
This is
have have at least one. Have at least one for the universe, for
Not
the
like
Yeah,
world,
that's the plan, though.
not a
That's the
woman with
plan.
four kids.
for the betterment of the people.
You can't do four, Kev.
You said 4?
Yeah.
She.
No. Unless you doing like
Oh
how I did,
wow.
you know, I got mine out. Look, 16, 17, 18, 19. They was done. Them him
Mm.
back to back to back
I
to back to
do
back.
2
Unless
at
he
the
do that.
most. That's
But look,
but they.
when
I
it
mean,
come to
but
four
that
kids,
woman
like
gotta
I'm
for
glad
sure
that I
treat
had
me like
mine
I'm
back
the
to back to
prize
back.
because I ain't got no kids.
Cause I ain't gonna have one that's too old and one that's too young. Get your ass out my house, go to college.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I have two,
Nah,
and I have
go
a
to college.
giant gap
You know,
between my two children. My son is 9, like I said, and my daughter is 1. So there's a giant gap between my kids.
Mm-hmm.
shit. My oldest, Latour. As of right now, my kids are what I call the step steppers because my last son just made 9 the day before Christmas, so they are at this moment 10, 9, 8, 7.
I mean, I'm upset sometimes that I started over, but then again, I'm not because that means because I'm glad I took my time before allowing
Like
to go that far.
I wanted full. Like I was up in fifth and sixth grade saying that I wanted 4 kids. I didn't think I was gonna have my daughter, my first one, as a graduation person, born 2 weeks before my graduation. So I never really had the free life after high school. I mean, I did, but I didn't. But it's like I look at it like at my kids now. Like I'm glad I had them early because I wouldn't have them now. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like I tell all my boys this, especially my big boys. Look, you lucky you came when you did, bro. He like, why? Because your sister had to get the hell out of me. I wouldn't go have no more. And really, he popped up on us. So,
No,
oh,
and I think too, like I think about a lot of these single women with their kids. Their kids are not. They're bad. Sorry, but they are. These kids be bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
but look, those be the
put
best
somebody
friends though. Those be your best friends though.
But that's the problem. We're not friends. I love my children very much. I am not their friend. I am
Well,
their
like,
mother.
like what I mean by that is, at the end of the day, somebody will be at the house happy to see you, and ain't trying to cause you no type of pain, no panic, no anger, no nothing. They just want to see you walk through that door.
Maybe that's because you're a dad and I'm a mom that it's different. But it's like because if you're coming in the door, I don't know. I'm also a stay-at-home mom, so there's also that. So
Oh, okay,
we're
yeah,
not
that's different.
friends, honey. Like,
Yeah,
and I
I
play with my
mean,
children,
yeah.
obviously, but I'm like, and I want and I'm a very open person, for them, I feel that they're easy to talk to. Yeah, I'm easy to talk to. They tell me way too much anyway. So to me,
Okay,
like,
they don't talk. That mean that they trust you. They'll talk to
right.
you in your
But
teen
I
years.
also have made it very clear that I'm not his friend. Like, we're not friends. And I think what's
Oh
happening
yeah,
now
yeah,
is
yeah.
people are like, this my twin, this my best friend,
Right.
this my, and they dress up their sons like a man they would date, which is totally weird to
Yep.
me.
I hate that.
I'm like, oh, that's so weird. Or they'll say, this is the love of my life. And I'm like, I'm afraid for his future. Like, he's not your boyfriend.
They be having, bro. What happened? Kev, answer this too. What happened to the milk dud, man? To the milk dud haircut,
The milk, the haircut.
the all in one,
You got me on that one. I
the
don't
all in
know.
one fade, the all in one fade, the low top
I
fade
remember
before
the
the
Timmy
new
head. The Timmy.
hairstyles started coming. Timmy, what is it?
The Timmy. That's where you bald on the side and it's a circle go around the head. It's like a ball fade, but
Not the chili bowl, bro.
This was a good topic, though. Stepdads. I don't think they get enough accolades.
yeah,
And
I'm
there's
about to
actually a
probably.
study about fathers, like being like a single father's child having the same success as if both parents were in the house is more likely to have success as if both parents in the house than if a single mom raised their child. I just read that study yesterday.
And look, and you right to like I was about to say like if the parents did alone, like if the two men did alone, that child got two father figures. You
Yeah.
feel me?
I care more about there being, if there's one, it needs to be the solid one. Because now I owe
And
it
then
to
like,
you. Since I messed up in the beginning, I owe it to you to make sure that you have all the success you need. This is why I say, like, a lot of moms have a responsibility to their child to find a male figure, specifically a father figure for their children if they've now like broken up with, or that person, say they have an absent father problem. It is your responsibility to find a guy, not to be the guy.
hey, look, I'm glad you bring that up, and cousin tell you because I always bring this up. I got 4 biological kids, about 25 step kids to this day. Because whenever I break up, look, like, I don't want to say I break up, but whenever me and the mother break up, I break up with the mother, but me and the kids, however we was, that's how we is. Like I don't ever stop doing nothing for them if I see them, and if they ask and I got it, here you go. But I don't ever be like, I don't ever turn them away just because I'm not with the mother no more. Is that good or bad? And also the ones who be like, "Hey, pops," to this day, like 3, 4 years later, "Pops, what's the hell, Santa Mel?" You know, I shoot them all the same. So is that good or bad?
I mean, it's fine. I think it's fine. I think that people having, like I said, I think a woman's responsibility is to find a responsible man if they have an absent father. So whether it's at church, a mentorship program, whatever it is you need to do as a mom, because the reality is, moms, I can't raise him to be a man. I can do my very, very best, but I can't raise him to be a man because I am not a man. So I don't know how to do that. And so,
Facts.
and I think that this is the other part, the accountability part, Kev, is the fact that when a mom decides to continue to be a single mother, they are giving their child a deficit. So if he
Mm-hmm.
becomes an adult man and has these deficits in relationally or progressively, then it is also your responsibility. We keep talking about Black men and how bad they are, but I'm like, yo, a lot of them are raised by single moms. So is it not her fault for how she raised him? Like, I don't understand.
Ooh, I was just
Like,
gonna
it's,
say it.
it's
Swear.
shared accountability. Yes, he is responsible for his actions, but his mindset, what shaped his brain, was his mother.
Hey, and look, Lala, can you like it's a like agree or disagree? Those be the men who be like, "I'm a man, I'm a man." Like, bro, we see you a man, bro. You don't gotta tell us you a man, bro. It be those men who was raised by their mama.
I can
I'm a
imagine it
man.
scary. I can imagine it scary though for a grown man who hasn't had an example of a man to try and be a man in the world, because this is not, especially, sorry, but especially for Black men, this is not a very welcoming place. And so it's kind of like one of those things where I feel like the bravado comes from a little bit of fear of trying to figure it out.
But see, it's like, and I can say this about the Black community when it comes down to me. If you not if you're not one of those bad kids, you're not disrespectful. Them older men go like they ain't gonna tell you that they taking you under their wing, but they gonna take you under their wing if they see you somewhere. Hey, you come here, like just stand right here. And it's up to that child to be observant. But if that child talk that, don't want to listen, be doing this, and got a bad name in the neighborhood, them older men ain't don't want that child around. So it's like, you know, I don't want to say that a Black man don't have like no chance, but it's a po chance.
He doesn't have a chance, but it is difficult. And that's why you see like these rooms that say Black women are more targeted than Black men, and I just think that's just a lie. Sorry. It just is. Like, Black women we have separate issues. That's the point. Separate issues.
But
We're
that's the
not,
thing.
I just think
This why I
it
hate those
depends on where
conversations.
you're from. It depends on where you're from as well, because these inner city boys have different struggles than Southern boys do.
Right, but look, it's the thing though. The topic to be like Black men, no, Black women have more problems. No, Black men, Black women are more targeted than Black men. Y'all not looking at the big problem in both Black men and Black men are targeted. Y'all need to worry about why are the Blacks being targeted and what can we do to prevent it. At least with that, they can come to a solution for both of them, and not just be in the endless, endless cycle of argument. Because either way, them two top like that topic right there, it cannot end in a solution because it had no solution because it's not a solution based topic. You know.
Yeah, it's definitely competitive. But I think Cove is the stepfather question because he's about to be a stepdad and he just doesn't want to tell us yet. So we'll just
Who
wait.
Kev? Come on. Find
Don't
out,
mess
Kev.
up
Kev been down there
my.
bucking, huh?
Nah, step stepdad's my left hand. So, nah, but I actually tried it with my ex though. I ain't gonna lie. That's what made me
Yeah.
think about that though. It was that, and then I actually just see a lot. It made me think about it.
Shit, I
Mm-hmm.
tell
So
everybody,
man,
but
I'm
I tell
like,
everybody,
dang.
like, man, look, if you don't got
Uh,
kids, don't force them kids to be here. Like, like that's one thing that I can say. Like, see, like all of my kids was actually planned. Like, none of them popped up on me on a surprise. But it had been times where I'd have been like, bro, if I can just pick these goddamn kids back, bro, just leave me alone. But then I realized, like, at the end of the day, them kids in their room sleep. I'm in here mad. I can go in there right now and just look at my kids, and I'm gonna be smiling again because,
I
like,
think all
for some
I think
reason,
all kids are planned if you have sex.
yeah, I
right.
mean, all right, yeah, they are playing, but we aren't expecting that plan to go through, pretty much. Yeah.
Like the minute you
Hey,
had
but
sex unprotected, you knew
like,
that there was a
this why,
You
possibility that you
made
were
your
gonna
bed,
get
you gotta
pregnant.
lay in it.
Mm-hmm.
look, this why I don't understand how, like, fathers can actually lead their kids, because I could be in a pissed off ass mood. I can go in my kids' room, just turn on the light, look at them, and when I see every anger, mad, whatever, it leave my body, and it just pure peace, happiness. It's like I can't imagine not just being any life at all. I can't.
I don't think a lot of the time I don't think it's the kid. I think it's the sorry. I think it's either the mom or the pressure of being a father. And some people can stay in that fire and get past like the scariness of that. And some people bail.
It's
I really think it's a fight or flight response.
Hmm.
right,
You know what I
like,
mean? I'm scared to
yeah. I
death.
mean, you could be right, but see, like, based on what you said about they be afraid to fail, it's like, but they worried about what outsiders have to say though. But the fact that they're not realizing that outsiders is going to talk about your work, you not doing nothing in their life. I'd rather do something than nothing. At least, they can't say you ain't there. Your kids say you can't say you ain't there because they could realize when they get older that child will be like, bro, you wasn't there for me. I don't even know you. Now, yes, you know your child, but that child don't know you at all. Like, I can only imagine that damn hurt. I don't. Imagine you think you know your
I think
child,
some of
and
those
you go to talk
moms
to your child,
scare
and your child tell you, "I don't know you, man."
I do think some of those moms scare those dads off, or they're the mom's mom or the mom's dad scare like the dynamics around the
All right,
situation
not,
to make
but
someone leave. In my personal opinion, now I'm not making you leave in the sense like I'm controlling you, but the pressure is so intense that, like I said,
if
they go into
if
fight or flight
anything,
and they
it'd
leave.
be the it'd be his baby mama, not her daddy. If anything, it'd be more of her mama.
I think even in the intenseness of the conversation, like you're about to be, people do this thing like when they're talking, you're about to be a dad now. They're waiting on you to like. It's a very intense feeling. Like even in
Those
for
be the
me,
mamas doing it though.
my mom is a very intense woman, and luckily, like my fiance does not care. Like so, him and
It's
her,
like they put
they love each
emphasis.
other. They love each other very much, and so they'll like. She's a very intense woman, and so even in the delivery room, she's like, "You don't want to squeeze his hand," and I'm like, "No, what's up with you? Like, I don't want to hurt
Hey,
his hand." Like,
but could it just be that we are receiving it like that based on how we used to see it on TV and how parents did it on TV? So when we see it, our brain recognizes it as something that is not putting us in like our own delusion of illusion.
I mean, I'm sure it's possible we're delusional, but I'm not delusional. My mom's intense. She's intense for me, so I know she's. Yeah. I'm not imagining that. That's happening.
Okay. All right, cause I do know when you were saying we about to be a parent now, it's like I heard it that way from all, and I be like, but y'all don't talk like this, so why am I hearing it like this? And like it ain't really freaked me out. It was just like I ain't really question shit at the time. Well, I ain't questioning it, but it's like now that you brought it back up, it made everything around me just went farty for a second, and it was like the flashback. Yeah.
Well, it was a good time. I'm gonna go deal with my.
Wow.
Okay.
I
So
thought,
it was
right.
a good time. I'm
I
gonna
don't know what
go.
that was.
I'm
Now
gonna
they
go deal
just
with my
remixed
Paris
it up.
little baby. She's being a nut, so I'm gonna go deal with her. Thanks for
Right.
letting me up here, though, Kev.
Oh yeah. Appreciate you as always, you know.
Good night, everybody.
All right, good night. What is this? Hold on, I ain't never tried that before.
You be an asshole tonight, but it sounded like I missed a good ass conversation though. What it sounded like. It's what I came back to.
You said, oh yeah, yeah, it was straight. It was straight. Everybody was on point. For the most part, you know, I ain't getting no oppositions for real. Not all the way. Not all the way. Let's see something.
Goddamn girl. Like
Find
it.
this thing up.
I just want to. I thought she was to edit me or something. Oh my fucking! I knew. I knew. I knew she. Wow. You know what? You know what, bro? This is why I don't fuck with people now. This is why I just stay to myself. This is why I tell females leave me alone. Nah, cause
Leave
they think
me
they took the chance or
alone.
whatever, and it's like I couldn't really find the red flag, and like it's good, but some women just like just be patient, just be patient, just be patient, and like this right here is something like normally I would be like ain't a red flag, but the fact that I know it is, and I want to ignore it, but I'm not going to ignore it, but I want to at the same time, but it's like I don't want to regret myself and come back, to this damn day right here at a later time and be like, well, if anybody could be like, nigga, you was on live talking to me about that, and I heard you, and I remember you saying, and it's on YouTube. Yeah, I should leave it. It's a red flag. You know what? Thank you, Kev, because you my accountability right now. So, and you better say, nigga, hold on, it's on YouTube, nigga. It's on YouTube, so yeah, go watch that 551 on that day and this day. I got it wrote down. I don't forget nothing. Go,
Oh,
you know what? I'm gonna get it for you. Hold on. What's down though, Kev, man? How you doing, brother?
nothing. I've been chillaxing the same old, you know. I'm over here just looking at this thing. I'm trying to see how to do this combo. I seen somebody
Bro, they
doing
really, bro, females really pick what the fuck they want to reply to. Like, what the hell? Like, cause she had said something, and I had sent her something to actually show her that I was being truthful. She
it.
replied, she don't even like, bro, she don't even acknowledge it and be like, oh, my bad. And then like this, she just, well, what did I deflect? I'm like, I sent you the screenshot of the deflection. It's right there in your face. A deflection is when you do everything but answer the two questions that I have on the text message thing. Cause the rest is yours. So you back to me, but you get mad at me whenever I send you one long ass reply to all of them things at one time. Talking about, well, you could just reply to the first one. I woulda, but then you kept on sending them and sending them and sending them. So my one short message got longer and longer and longer. The hell? I'm like, I ain't about to send back no 5 messages. I send you one long one and just write them all under each other. The hell? Yeah. I don't mean to vent your ear, brother. I don't mean to vent your ear. This ain't you involving you.
She said,
But you here, so.
"Hell yeah, man, just gotta get it out.
Hey, you know
I
what?
gotta
Hey,
get it."
look. I accidentally sent her the big old thumb, and it got bigger on Facebook. Like it's the biggest thumb on there. That's all I was sent to her. I ain't need to reply to her because I did it on accident, and that's it. I don't even. I told her I'm not talking about this shit. So that's a reply. Thanks to you, Kel, because I turned over and I put my finger on the goddamn thing. I looked up and she had a big ass thumb. So that's her answer. You probably saved me from wasting my time saying something that I ain't want to say. Shit. So, oh, hold on, hey, sit there. Look, your perception of me is your perception of me is a reflection of you. My reaction to you is a awareness of me. I just seen it attaching on Facebook.
Mm.
Your perception of me is a reflection of you. My reaction to you is an awareness of me. Hmm. Let me see if I put the damn shit on the damn camera right to see this picture with it though.
Trying to learn this combo real quick.
Flip over a little bit.
What the heck? Oh, man, Scorpion so messed up. Bro, how is he not? That's making me mad.
What happened?
Oh, nothing. No, I talk to myself. I was looking at this game. And how they playing this character on Mortal Kombat. I need to buy that. I'm gonna buy that. I gotta get my PS5 set up. Get that Spider Man.
Spider-Man.
All right, let me see. What's this looking like? Let me see. All right, get these lights up and stuff. See if I can get this show going. I know all my people's is in different rooms and stuff. How long I've been on this thing? I might end up starting it back up with the same topic tomorrow morning when I get up. Yeah, I want to do this topic again.
Mm.
Everybody sleep. I know everybody.
Hate this goddamn phone, y'all. That's what I do.
Hold on. All right, where we go? Popular 44K. Oh my, buddy. Mhm. Let me see who up in that box. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I'm about to run these streets, bro. I'm about to see what's in these streets too. I'm probably set this topic back up tomorrow though, for sure. I know I'm get up a little bit early. All right.